What's good? Happy Friday. Welcome in. You're watching NBA Now live here on Chat Sports. I'm Chase Sr. No matter where you are or how you're tuned in, we appreciate all of you for making our NBA Finals coverage a part of your night. It's Game 4 between the visiting Denver Nuggets and the home Miami Heat, with the Nuggets up 2-1 in this series after a commanding Game 3 win in which Nikola Vucevic dropped the triple-double. Jamal Murray dropped the triple-double, and the Nuggets had an unsung hero performance from Christian Braun. The Miami Heat, uncharacteristic in that basketball game, lacked effort. They failed to make some defensive adjustments throughout the course of that matchup. But we know that Miami can make tactical adjustments on the fly. We know that they are such a savvy basketball team. And are they going to be able to knot this series up at 2-2 to make things even more interesting in this NBA Finals matchup? Where are you watching from? Let us know in the chat right now. We are emanating live from the Chat Sports Studios in Dallas, Texas. But where are you? Your opportunity to let your voices be heard and for us to give you some shout outs here on the show, because we know that people will be tuned in all throughout the night from all across the world. We had more than 300,000 people join us for Game 3. Can we overtake that number tonight? That is the goal. We have about 14 minutes left until tip from the Kaseya Center in Miami. Where are you watching from? Let us know. Tom Downey's burner account is back. It's been a little while. Tuned in from Tom Downey's house. Where is it, though? Trick question. Hello from Lebanon. From Mahmoud. Safa. It's Lucas Plays. Miami. Want Denver to win, but I don't like those Floridians. From K Ain't Pressed. We have Yasel Plays also in the house right now. It's Lucas Plays. I'm from Miami, but I'm in Michigan. Montana from George Kellogg. I'm watching from Detroit, Michigan, from Corinth. I'm in Michigan too, from K Ain't Pressed. I told you, people were going to be tuned in from everywhere. Now we're live on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. We are closing in on another milestone of 340,000 subscribers. We are also live on the Miami Heat Report as well. So Heat Nation, show up, show out if you're about that Heat culture. Let's take a look at the betting odds for this basketball game tonight. Like Game 3, the Nuggets, once again, road favorites. The closing line for Game 3 was Nuggets minus 3.5. It's down to 3. About an hour ago, it was Nuggets 3.5. The over-under for this matchup set at 211.5. All of these games so far in this final series between Miami and Denver have been a little bit lower scoring as compared to maybe some other offensive frenetic pieces that we've seen throughout the NBA playoffs here. But the game certainly slows down in some of these critical moments because strategy is so important, and the pace of play because of that does decrease a little bit. Want to welcome in the homie Nick Roloff, who's producing the show, but also the co-host of the show, because my man is just crushing the game here at Chat Sports. He is the host of the Miami Heat Report, so show him some love over there. Subscribe to that channel. We asked him heading into Game 3 his level of confidence that the Heat would win. He was about at an 8. I asked him about an hour ago. He said 0. Has that changed with about 11 and a half minutes left until the start of this game?
You know, I might have been trying to pull off the old sneaky reverse jinx when people were asking me, because throughout this playoff run, there's only been one series where the Miami Heat actually were the favorites to win in my eyes, and that was against the New York Knicks, even though the Knicks were the betting favorites to win that series. I still believe they were the better team. I did not think that against Boston. I did not think that against Milwaukee. And I did not think that coming into this series against Denver. So the fact they were able to steal one in Denver, I was like, all right, maybe I should start being more confident in this Heat team. So I was very bullish on them heading into Game 3. Ended up not working out so well for me. So for my mental psyche and for the idea that maybe it will go back to the Celtics and Bucks series, I'm going back to thinking they have no chance to win. But in reality, I do think they should win this game and will win this game. Jimmy Butler and Bam, I think they're going to come out with a different attitude today. And I thought they were aggressive on offense in Game 3. but they just weren't efficient. I think we're going to see a much better offensive performance from the two Heat superstars, and it's going to lead them to even up this series at 2-2, heading back to Denver for a Monday night showdown.
So happy to have you all here with us, including the man, the myth, the legend, Rick Nyers, who has been a Super Chat legend over on the San Francisco 49ers Report. What's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. We have K Ain't Press saying, my twin nephew's name is Chase. Pretty solid name
I
right
will say, not to toot your own horn over there, Chase, but Chase is an elite name.
You think so?
I do. I think Chase is a solid name.
See, speaking of your name, Tom Downey's burner account, Nick is the Jackie Moon of chat sports.
Okay.
He's a man who can kind of do it all and fill in whenever he is needed for whatever he is asked to do.
I can get down with Jackie Moon. He's kind of a legend.
He is a legend. Is Tyler Herro playing tonight?
He is not playing tonight, and I don't expect him to play this entire series. Woj and Chris Haynes got all the Heat fans up and excited when they tweeted out he could be ready for Game 2, but will be targeting a Game 3 return. Obviously did not return in Game 3. He was ruled out for Game 4 yesterday, and I don't expect him to come back at all. I don't think his shooting hand is ready, and I think that's the big key here. If it was his offhand, Chase, I believe he would actually give it a go, but because it's a shooting hand, he wants to make sure it's 100%, and he doesn't want to set back this Miami Heat team, which I guess is a real fear, because if you're coming out there and playing and giving minutes and you're like 60% on your shooting hand, you're going to miss more shots than you would make on a normal day. So I think he just wants to play it safe. The Heat obviously have enough talent. They've been without Tyler Herro this entire playoff run. So I think the Heat have the confidence in themselves that they have enough. I think Herro has the confidence they have enough, and they're just going to let it ride with the current squad.
Plus, young player. I mean, if he gets hurt with that shooting hand again, that does impact his career to a certain degree. We do have a great Super Chat menu in store for you. Throughout the first 3 games, we've kind of just been wanting to give you some basketball analysis, and honestly, we weren't really partying too hard because we were just talking ball, but it's a Friday night, so we are down to have some fun with the people. So here's our Super Chat menu tonight. Our record for Super Chats throughout this NBA Finals is $130, and we have a couple of cool things in store for you. So if you send in a $5 donation, you get a raffle ticket for a giveaway that we'll tell you about here in just a second. $10, beer cheers. $20, we'll take some tequila shots. $50 for a beer bong, and $100 for a beer shotgun/shot fun, which is what Rolly did during the broadcast last game. As for what your raffle ticket gets you, a Real One shirt. So we appreciate your support. We thank you so much for being here with us. And if you send in a $5 Super Chat, you enter the raffle to win a Real One shirt. What is a Real One? Somebody who absorbs our content a lot. You really like what we do and the uniqueness of it. We try to be very informative, insightful, but also entertaining. You also go about your life with some swagger, and these Real One shirts represent a lot. It just means that you're about that life and you support us here at Chat Sports. So a $5 Super Chat gets you in the raffle to win that. We will announce the winner right after our post-game show, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, who you got tonight? Miami Heat, Denver Nuggets, Game 4, 2023 NBA Finals. Type MIA for the Heat or DEN for the Denver Nuggets. Rolly and I kind of like Miami going into Game 3 just because of that momentum factor, and they were coming back home after stealing that game in Game 2. What was so surprising about that Game 3 victory for Denver, of course, Nikola Jokic went off for the triple-double. Jamal Murray as well, both with 30-plus points with those triple-doubles. First time that's happened in NBA Finals history. The Nuggets were cold from outside. I think they had 5 3-pointers for the game. They got nothing from 2 starters in Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Michael Porter Jr., and they still won that game in resounding fashion. That's really what stood out to me.
And it's because of the historic performances from Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, first teammates to ever have a 30-point triple-double in the same NBA Finals game. And the reason why I'd be typing my MIAs in the chat is because I think Erik Spoelstra, being the best head coach in the association, will have a different game plan tonight defensively that will just take a little bit away from Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So if Erik Spoelstra rolls out there with the same defensive game plan and just hopes that, hey, Murray and Jokic were so dang incredible, I don't think that will happen again, it's probably going to beat you. So I expect them to give different looks to Jokic and Murray that they have not seen this entire series and make a Michael Porter Jr., a Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, a Christian Brown back up his big performance again and make those other guys beat you. Because if you just let Jokic and Murray run the two-man action and let them cook you because they're the best two-man offensive duo in the association as well, it's backed up analytically, you're just going to lose. So I think with everything on the line, the Heat cannot lose this game. If they do, they're down 3-1. Yep. Only one team in NBA history has came back from a 3-1 deficit. They had LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Exactly. The Heat do not have that. So I would not expect them to be able to come back from that deficit. So this is basically a must-win. Heat lose this game, series is over. Heat win this game. We got a best-of-3 series in a week span, which would be just dang amazing.
Yeah, so let us know who you got, MIA for Miami or DEN for the Denver Nuggets. We have It's Lucas Plays Likes Miami, Yasel Plays Likes Miami, $10,000 for Miami from Michael Jew. You can send us in a super chat with some of that money there. Daddy Chase from AFX Apocalypse, appreciate you, bro. Lucas Plays just gave you a shout out. Tom Downey's burner account, big Cavs fan. He's also always here for us for a lot of our big events. So shout out to you. Any other game predictions here? Miguel, Miami, Astral, Denver Nuggets. Looking at our live poll right now, it is split evenly, 50% for Denver and Miami. Couple of storylines to monitor here. Denver, it's very rare, right, for them to have those types of performances from Murray and Jokic on the same night. At some point, Michael Porter Jr. needs to step up. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope needs to step up. I'm also interested to see if MPJ or KCP gets off to a little bit of a sluggish start. Does Michael Malone have an early substitution pattern in which he puts in Christian Brown, who gave that team energetic minutes offensively and defensively, with 7 of 8 from the floor, a lot of those finishes around the rim, as well as Bruce Brown to spell KCP, as well as Michael Porter Jr. I'm interested in that. And then for Miami, got to knock down the 3-ball. Yeah. If they knock down the 3-ball, that's how they have a chance in this basketball game. Couple of super chats coming in on the Miami Heat report. Rolly, I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, I got to shout out to my guy, Lord Buddy Bear, one of the realest of the realest in the chat sports world. $5 super chat from him. Raffle ticket, I'm in. So we have our first entrance into our raffle ticket giveaway for that t-shirt. Lord Buddy Bear is in the market. Now, C-Note, my guy C-Note sends in a $2 super chat, says, let's go Heat, another real one. He's always in that Giants Now community, and he was with us for the Knicks games when the Heat took on the Knicks. Glad C-Note could come in and have some fun with us. Thanks for the $2 super chat. Means a lot, C-Note. It's always nice to see your nice little profile picture in the chat. But if you are ready for Game 4, we have about 2 minutes to go till tip. Hit that like button. We got 36 people watching on the Heat Report, only 11 likes. Can we get to 18 likes before tip and get that 50% like mark? Usually a $10 super chat, I take a sip of my beer, but if we get to 18 likes before tip, I'll crack it open and take a sip right now. So that's only 7-8 likes. I think that's very doable.
Yeah, and let's go back to that super chat menu because we had a couple of super chats that came in. C-Note, the legend. Lord Buddy Bear, the legend as well. A $5 super chat, you get a raffle ticket to win a Real Ones Chat Sports shirt. $10 beer cheers, $20 tequila shot, $50 for a beer bong, and $100 for a beer, shotgun, and shot fun. That right there is our super chat menu. It's basically like sending us a tip since all of our content is free. If you've never sent in a super chat, when you do send in a first-time super chat, we go nuts. We have a special animation for it, and the super chat function, it's the rectangular box with the $ through it. That is how you send in a super chat. Miami Heat Report with 7 on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. None so far, but it's a Friday. Let's have some fun. And if you're ready for Game 4, make sure you hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. It's Ducky. Beer shotgun. Did you guys do that before? They sent in $100. I did a shotgun when we had our boy Alexander, who was tuned in from Serbia. He did send in a $100 super chat. So game 2, I did the shotgun. So it's Stucky. There you go. We'll do it again for a $100 donation.
And in game 2, or was it 3? No, game 3, I did it as well. I brought down the price all the way to $25.
Yes.
For the first ever time on the Heat Report to do it, and it was done. But I will say, tip is about now 1 minute, 30 seconds to go, and I want to continue to have you guys hit that like button. We're 4 or 5 likes away from me opening up my beer on the Heat Report. On the chat sports stream, 380 people watching, only 58 likes. That's unacceptable. Can we get to 100 before we tip off here in 30 seconds? If we get to 100, I'll crack and open my beer as well. Continue to hit that like button. Wyatt, of course I do still Bears now every Tuesday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we're about to get underway here. The Denver Nuggets, once again, going to be rocking their navy blue jerseys. Have they rocked those jerseys every game of this series?
So they have 2 different blues. They have their navy blues and then their alternate blues. But
they've rocked navy blue every game, right?
They've worn an iteration of a blue jersey, I think, every game.
Yeah, so Nuggets going to be rocking their navy blue uniforms, and then the Miami Heat will be rocking their white jerseys at home. No white shirts for Heat fans, but they still came with their white shirts.
It's disgusting.
They gave out rally towels, but it's still a whiteout in Miami, so shout out to Heat fans.
It disgusts me
for showing up and showing out.
And honestly, a little tangent here, it disgusts me that Mickey Arison can't get some T-shirts for this crowd. Come on now. It's the NBA
Finals.
Come on, Mickey.
Bam Adebayo, Nikola Jokic going to tip it up at center stage. Miami Heat, I think they've won the tip in every game of this series as well. They do win the tip here, and we'll begin with the basketball. Miami will matriculate down the floor from left to right. Gabe Vincent will take an early 3. He misfires.
Must have had a good warm-up. So that's the only reason why did he take one so quickly.
Seriously, Nikola Jokic has the rebound, so tally 1 board for him. Jamal Murray has it up top with the shot clock at 10 and ticking. He's guarded by Max Strus. Going to put the ball on the deck, try to take him to the cup. Passes it out to Michael Porter Jr. Really good defense from Bam Adebayo. Sidesteps into the lane. He missed the layup, point blank. Bam Adebayo will push to the other end. He's going to go right at Nikola Jokic. And this is something that I talked about a little bit earlier with my boy Marshall Green. Go right at Jokic early in this game to try to get him in foul trouble. It can only be advantageous if you're Miami to get the Joker into foul trouble.
And I know people love talking about officiating, and I'll let you guys know right now, Scott Foster is the head official for this game.
Jokic, bounce pass to Murray. Pull-up jumper, off balance, looked ugly, and because of that, he missed. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Quick pass to Bam. Gives it up to Vincent, right inside that 3-point arc. Bounce pass to Adebayo. Jumper, no good.
That's one of those things you mentioned, get to the cup, attack Jokic. Don't settle for that 15-footer. Go to the rim.
Jokic has it right outside the trenches. He'll back down Adebayo. Spins off him. Couple of spins. And he gets it to go. Jokic, so crafty always. So 2-2, nearly 2 minutes into game 4. Adebayo on that right wing, right to the free throw line. Back out to Strus. Strus, I thought, put the ball on the deck too much last game. Vincent now has it in the corner. Nice pass to Butler. Corner 3, no good. Jokic rebound. Outlet pass to Porter Jr. Thought about shooting it. Instead, he'll drive, and once again, misses an easy one.
I think it's all mental for him,
It
Chase.
really is.
At this point, he's too talented of a scorer to miss as many shots as he has this series, especially with most of them being pretty wide open.
Christian Brown take off that warm-up. Jimmy Butler will back down Murray. Good pass to Adebayo, but a little bit behind him as Adebayo streaked at the last second. Gabe Vincent will take a corner 3. That's off the mark. And then Max Strus will dive for it, but he can't get to that loose ball, and Denver will get it back. 550 people watching live, 83 likes. Make sure you hit that thumbs up icon, like the video, and then we have 50 people watching live on the Miami Heat Report. Murray far side switches on to Vincent. He likes this matchup, but now it's Adebayo on Murray. They'll send 2 toward Murray, but off-ball foul.
Oh, they called a defensive 3 seconds. Not often that they call that in the association. Oh,
So Murray will basically take like the tech free throw here.
But both offenses here, Chase, have been pretty bad. I mean, we're 3 minutes in.
3 minutes
we have 5
in,
total
it's 3-2. So 3 minutes in, it's 3-2 right now after Murray sinks that first free throw.
And it's not really what you want to see if you're a Heat fan, considering they've put up 93 and 94 points in 2 games this series. They just have to get to that 105 mark to have a chance.
Jokic top of the key, hands it off to Murray. Murray back to Jokic. Good pass into the corner. KCP, wide open 3, bangs it in. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, good sign for him in the early going. Connects on the trifecta. So 6-2, Denver on top. Adebayo, pass to Butler, tipped away, turnover Miami. Nuggets will push. Aaron Gordon into the lane, blocking foul Kevin Love.
I wonder if they're going to call that on the floor or going up. Aaron Gordon never got the ball above his hip, but did barrel into Kevin Love for a block.
It's really the first time that one team has gotten out on the run so far in this game.
They're going to give Aaron Gordon free throws, which actually might be beneficial to Miami, considering Aaron Gordon is such a bad free throw shooter.
Yeah, he's terrible from the line. Missed a couple in game 3. Misses the first there on that front end.
On cue. Usually the reverse jinx or the announcer's jinx would mean he make it because we kind of clowned him a little bit there.
Yeah. 8:41 left here in the opening quarter. 6-2. Denver up by 4, and Aaron Gordon makes it 5. He splits the pair. Vincent will bring it up for Miami to Strus. Strus back to Vincent. He gets double teamed, so he'll go into the corner to Butler. Quick pass to Kevin Love. Three-pointer good.
He needed something to go on offense because it was very rough to start the game for the Heat.
So a big 3 there for Miami brings them within 2. Jokic has it. Top of the key. Handoff to Murray. Back to Jokic. Fake the pass to his right. Into the lane. Usually he's so good with that touch. That time well short. Michael Porter Jr. nearly steals it, but Butler has it. Miami can tie with the deuce. Take the lead with the 3.
The Heat have hunted Jamal Murray on defense with Jimmy Butler almost every possession, as Butler drove in and dished it to Bam on the baseline for a nice little jump hook floater. And that is something the Heat have shown early here, Chase. They want Bam, even though the Nuggets aren't running his zone, they want him running block to block, getting it to him on the baseline for a potential little float shot.
Jokic turnaround from the elbow, lips out. Butler another rebound. That was a good pass, too, by Butler. Cut across the lane, then threw it back to Bam, who put it up with the left hand. Here, Bam has it again. Good defense from Jokic. Forced him to give it up. Shot clock at 10. Strus to his left to Vincent. Bounce pass down low to Adebayo. Beat Jokic with that quick first step, but unable to hit the jumper.
We're putting up bricks, making a house early in Miami this game.
For both teams, too.
5 of 15 total shooting in the game.
And another off-ball foul here and a timeout. The under 7 timeout. So in the early going here, it is 7-7. 7 minutes left to play. 700 people watching live here on Chat Sports. Make sure you like the video, especially if you're having fun with us. And it's a Friday. We're down to have some fun. I really want to take down this drink, but I haven't been able to open it. That's because nobody has sent in a super chat yet. And we do have a super chat menu cooked up for everybody today as we simulcast on Chat Sports and the Miami Heat Report. If you send in a $5 super chat, you enter the raffle to win a Chat Sports Real One shirt. $10, beer cheers. $20, we'll take some tequila shots. $50 for a beer bong. And $100 for a shotgun. Here is that shirt that we'll send you. Right now we have one raffle ticket in from Lord Buddy Bear. So he is the leader in the pack right now for that Real One shirt. So that right there is our super chat menu if you do want to send us a tip. And of course, if you're having fun, make sure you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Ali Ruben Acosta, good to see you again, brother. Miguel is here. It's Ducky. Isel plays all chilling with us. And then you can give some shout-outs to some people watching on the Heat Report, Rolly.
Yeah, we got Tim P. asking, hey, is Jamal Murray wearing a wrist brace? I don't know if any of you guys saw this. The nasty little photo. He has a floor burn on his hand. Did you see this photo, Chase?
No, but I heard about the story.
The Jamal Murray floor burn on his hand, it looks like something is eating his hand. It is a nasty sight. So I don't believe he is Tim P, but next time he comes out, I'll take a closer look to see if he is wearing a wrist brace while playing. Wyatt, yeah, I do still do Bears now. I've let you know that a little bit earlier. But we got John and Felicia tuning in. Thank you guys for checking us out. David saying Jokic and Murray about to put away these boys for real. Well, let us know how you feel. Let us know how you feel. But keep on hitting that like button. We got 60 people watching on the Heat Report. I want to get to that 50% like rate. I need 12 more likes to get to 30. If we get to 30 likes, I'll open this. We didn't get the last goal.
There we go.
Let's see if we can hit this goal.
Virtual said, Chase, I follow how you each time screaming when Miami make points, be calm. Okay, so Virtual wants me to call the game like this, and I'll just continue to call the game like this and be really, really boring. That's what Virtual wants. How about I get excited when teams make a bucket? Because so far we haven't had enough buckets. 5 minutes in, 14 total points. Don't tell me how to do my job. Eric M.
Eric M. sending $5 in on the Heat Report. Says, I'm in. Go Heat Raiders. I think that was a pretty good. Was that a good improvement?
Raiders.
Is that what it is?
Lord Buddy Bear with $5 coming in on our Made Chat Sports YouTube channel. Go ahead, crack open that beer, Chase. For you, Lord Buddy Bear. For Choco Bear.
Well, I think that's 10 total from Buddy Bear, so we're just going to open up.
Cheers to everybody. Happy Friday. Thanks for being here with us. Let's have a ball.
Continue to smash that like button. Only 20 likes on the Heat Report, man. They either just hate us or they don't want to see me take a drink. I don't know what it is, but continue to hit that like button. On Chat Sports, 865 people watching, only 133 likes. Continue to hit that like button. See how many likes we can get in the next minute. 750. Once we get to 751, I want to see how many likes we can get. Can we pick up 70 likes, 60 likes to get to 200? Let's see if we can. The Nuggets back into action, inbound it to Jamal Murray. They get it to Aaron Gordon in the high post. Gordon will now hand it off to Murray, who drives in on Vincent. Tough floater, bank and in. Great play by Jamal Murray. The reason why he's been able to get so many points in the series. He's great finishing around the rim.
Yeah, you could tell Murray saw that Vincent was on him, saw that he had the muscle advantage, went right at his neck. Butler now has it, right wing. Guarded by Michael Porter Jr., tries to take him to the rack. Risky pass out to Gabe Vincent. Shot clock at 4. He'll give it up into the corner to Strus. Has to let go. And that's an air ball shot clock violation.
So I'll say this. The Nuggets are a good defensive team, but not known for their defensive ability. Yet they have held the Heat under 100 points twice in this series and have been absolutely locking up the Heat once again. This Nuggets defense giving all sorts of fits to the Heat offense. Shout out to Michael Malone for putting together a good game plan against this Heat team.
Jokic guarded by Love. He's going to go right at him. He misses the easy one. That's 3 misses from point-blank range for Nikola Jokic. Michael Porter Jr. corner 3, and he misses again. So we're halfway through this opening quarter. This is hilarious. It's 9-7 so far. Butler, guarded by KCP, into the corner to Strus. Pump fakes, gets some space, out to Kevin Love. Great pump fake, straight away 3, too short. And it goes out of bounds, Denver basketball.
Max Strus crashing into Nikola Jokic. Ooh, interesting. I don't know how Jokic is feeling right now, but he did turn his ankle just slightly, fighting for that rebound on the other end. He's now tying that shoe very closely on his right ankle. Now, Jokic doesn't rely on athleticism, so even on a bum ankle, he might still be able to cook fools.
He's limping a little bit now.
It is something you got to keep your eye on.
Aaron Gordon to his right to Jokic, who's on that right wing. Gets to the free throw line. Thought about a long 2. Hands it off to Murray. They love that action. Murray, step back, long 2. Got it! Jamal Murray, they're actually going to say it's a 3-pointer. His foot just behind the line. I imagine they're going to review it, though, because it was close. So 12-7, Denver up top. Jimmy Butler scoreless so far. It ends right there. Swishes home the pull-up Jimmy.
And they've been really giving Jimmy that pull-up mid-range because every time they're running a pick and roll, they play drop coverage on Denver's aspect of defensive things. So Jimmy can step into a mid-range anytime he wants. It's just all about him taking the shot and making the shot.
Jamal Murray, good pass to Aaron Gordon. Lost it. KCP got it back. Porter Jr. will now drive, and he misses again from close range. And they're going to call a loose ball foul on Michael Porter Jr. when he just fell in to a couple of players there on the Heat. I actually don't like that foul call for Miami because they were going to get out in transition there, Rolly.
I actually think they call that Aaron Gordon here, reaching across on Jimmy Butler. But bad missed call there by the officials. Kevin Love clearly got the wrist of Michael Porter Jr. not called, and MPJ's horrific NBA Finals continues. As Chase likes to point out, I like saying the word horrific.
Horrific.
But,
and as we said just moments ago, the leash has to be short on Michael Porter Jr. Michael Malone takes him out, and in comes Bruce Brown. Good defense from Denver. KCP picking the pocket. Denver will push. Murray, couple of dribbles. Now he'll reset. Caleb Martin in the game for Miami. Jokic, good pass down low to KCP. He gets Bam Adebayo in the air, gets fouled, will go to the line for two.
Oh, man. I like the Heat did something they haven't done in Game 3. So Gabe Vincent got switched on to Nikola Jokic, right, in the high post. They get it to Jokic at the free throw line. But what does Gabe Vincent do rather than what they've done the first 3 games in the series of actually just defending him as Kentavious Caldwell-Pope misses the first free throw? Gabe Vincent signals to Kevin Love, switch. So Nikola Jokic is catching the basketball.
Yeah.
But as he's catching it, they're switching because Vincent knows this hasn't worked all series. I need to get off Jokic, and Kevin Love's able to get over. Now, it still ultimately led to 2 free throws for the Nuggets, but a little bit better communication and defense from Miami there on that screen.
Adebayo, scoot pass to Strus. Strus to his left to Vincent, nearly picked away by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Vincent will now drive. He lost it. Out of bounds turnover. Denver gets back the basketball.
Tamar Bowles saying, Roland Chase, what's good? Chase fly,
good,
Eagles fly.
Yes, sir. Philly, Philly. City of Champions. You already know. Murray from the right wing. Three-pointer rattles out. Almost had the Kawhi Leonard quadruple bounce there, but it doesn't fall. Adebayo will go at Jokic once again. He lost the ball, asking for a foul. Whistles do not sound. Bruce Brown gets away with the carry. No, that was KCP. Up top with Jamal Murray, who now has the rock. Bounce pass to Jokic. Down low. Layup missed again from Aaron Gordon. So many close misses. Yeah, physical game. No offense either. Adebayo into the corner to Kevin Love. Already has a 3. Passes that one up. Martin will go at Jokic. Good defense from the Joker. Gets the Joker up in the air. He wanted a foul. No foul. Still made it.
This is a very physical game. Low scoring. The Heat have 5 turnovers. This is a muck-it-up, ugly game so far.
Jokic spins off Strus. Finally gets one to go. He faked right, then went the other way. Able to get the baby hook. So 15-11.
I think like refs are making a point to let the players play in
this
game.
Yeah. I like it. It's better when there's more offense, but I like it. Strus lost it to Caleb.
This is unbelievable.
To Gabe
basketball.
Vincent. Shot clock at 5. He's guarded by KCP. Has to create here. Uses the Adebayo screen. Pull up 3. No good.
This looks like the first game of the season where people just don't really know what's going on. Just mess everywhere.
Murray, pump fake, into the lane to Gordon. Out to Bruce Brown. Takes the 3. Got it. Bruce Brown with the triple. 18-11. Denver up by 7 now. 2:15 and counting left in the first.
Jimmy Butler taking an early rest in this first quarter, and I believe it's the first time all playoffs long where he sat any time in the first quarter. His usual rotation is the entire first quarter, sit the first 4 or 5 of the second quarter. Maybe Spoelstra's trying to switch it up a little bit and have him play more in the second rather than all of the first.
So that's the people where they're watching from. Also get your game predictions in, who you got. But where are you? We have 1,200 people watching live right now. We're coming to you from Dallas, Texas, the great state down here in the middle of America. But where are you? We have Tennessee from Deshaun, St. Louis from Keith. DF, what's up, guys? Couldn't figure out the chat thing. Been watching every Miami game with you guys. Well, here you are, DF.
Shout out to DF.
Watching from the Cincinnati area. We have Hawaii, San Antonio, Denver, Urbana, Illinois. I used to work in Springfield. They had a good high school sports program. Calgary, Canada. Belgrade, Serbia from Nikola Jokic. How about it? Missouri, Mars from Gabriel. Mars is always a go-to for some people. I don't really understand it. Brooklyn, New York from It's Ducky. Brooklyn, New York, Notorious, B.I.G. Tampa, Denver. Italy is in the house from Riccardo. Detroit, Rolly's Closet from Crimsdad.
Crimsdad strikes
So
again.
Crimsdad, you're coming out of the closet soon, I imagine. Denver, Colorado from Brendan. Florida from Indigo. And Addison, Texas from Jeremy. Westminster, Colorado. Miami, Florida. New Zealand. Almost an Aussie, oi, oi, oi. Boston, I'm from Philly, from Boom Harper. I'm from the Philly area as well. Pittsburgh, very underrated city, especially during the summertime. Peppy, Maine is here. What's up, Peppy? Some might call you Poppy. Oakland, from Sean. How about on the Heat Report?
Yeah, we got Wyatt watching in Denver. Eric M. watching from Portland, Oregon. Dean from Scotland. What an electric area that is. Tim P. in Cincinnati. Maya's World in Columbia, South Carolina. Felicia watching from New York. Sammy says Eugene, Oregon. We got a couple West Coasters in the house tonight. Lord Buddy Bear watching from Central Wyoming. Crimsdad wanted to hop back over to the Heat Report and say he's watching from Rolly's Closet. It's not the first time that Crimsdad has stated that he's been watching from my closet. So, Crimsdad, you tidying up the place? I got to clean it up a little. So, hopefully, maybe you can do that for me. Riley Shea is also in New York.
Yeah, Clayton Locker, Jackson, Mississippi, Puerto Rico. The Philippines are also in the house. I'm from the fourth dimension from Laura's Disorder. Philippines from Cesar. Saudi Arabia.
You work for Liv?
Yeah, right?
You know, that was a pretty good voice you did there. You doing voiceover for WWE this Friday?
Yeah. And now, Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Chase Sr., Nick Roloff, Denver Nuggets, Miami Heat.
That's pretty good.
Hey, not bad.
That's pretty good.
Not bad. Miguel from Miami, Australia. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. I'm from Earth. So are we. Awesome. So some takeaways early in this game, obviously, is there was a commercial break. We, of course, wouldn't do that to take you away from the action. 18-11, 2:40 left. Nikola Jokic turning his ankle, something that we're going to continue to monitor here. He really wasn't getting much treatment on that sideline, but it's been a very anemic offensive first quarter for both teams. Jimmy Butler got that early rest. He comes back in, buries a long-range 2 once again on the mini pull-up. So Heat now within 5. Christian Brown in the game. So too is Jeff Green. Bruce Brown to Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to Jokic. Back to KCP to Jokic. Passes down low to Brown, who was awesome in Game 3, the rookie. Jokic going to take Zeller. Good pass out to Bruce Brown. Already hit a 3. Can't hit his second. Jimmy Butler battles. Very tough for that rebound, and he gets it.
Got to be honest, Chase, I'm kind of surprised Cody Zeller's still getting minutes. I know you got to give someone minutes outside of Bam, but Zeller's so bad, and I don't know how he still plays.
Butler will back down. KCP once again dives in, gets 2.
I like what I've seen from Jimmy, Chase. I really have. He's hit a couple pull-ups, hitting a nice little drop-step layup. Finishing around the rim in that mid-range area is so key for Jimmy Butler. He struggled with his shooting the first 3 games in the series. Need him to be good here.
6 points, 3 of 4 shooting for James Butler. Jokic will spin off Zeller. Gets it out to Green. Good ball movement to KCP. He can't convert with the triple. Kyle Lowry rebound. Game clock at 44. Lowry pull up 3. A little 2 for 1. And he banks it in. Bank open late on a Friday. Heat 7-0 run the last minute 30. We're tied at 18.
Always said if you bank it on from 3, you should not get the points.
But if it's your first shot, gets you going a little bit. Jokic, fouled by Zeller. He'll go to the line here. Manila, Philippines from Ronaldo. 1,500 people watching live. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Live on Chat Sports.
I can't believe Kyle Lowry really banked on a straight-in three. That happened to me at LA Fitness again today. It made me so mad. Jokic makes the first free throw. Shout out to you, Wyatt, for tuning in. I always love the support you're giving me.
So Jokic gives the Nuggets the lead once again.
Jokic is 2 for 5 from the field. Uncharacteristic under 50% shooting performance here early in the first quarter, but knocks down both free throws to give them a 2-point lead.
About a 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. We're down to 17 seconds. Kyle Lowry directing traffic to his right to Butler. Have to imagine he's going to let the shot clock dwindle here. Switches on to Bruce Brown. Works his way over to that left side. And really good defense from Denver there. And they're going to call a foul.
I think it was on the side, though, so they're going to have to pass it in.
Shot clock at .4.
Yeah. No, the shot clock should turn off.
Butler kind of ran into KCP and vice versa.
Their officials talking it over here, and it is going to be side out for Miami. 2.3 seconds to go in the quarter. Lowry were inbound. Will have to be a catch. Maybe one dribble shoot situation. They're going to try to free up Duncan Robinson, but they get it to Jimmy in the corner. He'll put up a three, and it goes! Jimmy Butler with a tough corner three to put the Heat up one after one. 21-20 lead for Miami after one quarter in a pivotal Game 4. What a tough shot from Jimmy Buckets.
Yeah, Butler was defended really closely by Jeff Green. Was kind of fading away out of bounds as well. And for Miami, you know what I see in Jimmy Butler? That look.
Yeah.
That look that we saw against the Bucks. That look that we saw in the first two games against the Boston Celtics. He's getting after it. He's feeling really confident. And Jimmy Butler is trying to snatch the souls of the Denver Nuggets in Miami tonight. And he had a really, really good first quarter there.
Yeah, and Jimmy with 9 points in the first quarter, but I think his aggressiveness and efficiency is the thing that's standing out to me the most here, Chase. He's got 9 points on 4 or 5 shooting. He hasn't gotten to the charity stripe once yet, which is something that is part of his game, but hasn't happened thus far. But Jimmy needs to lead you there. And this is kind of reminiscent of Game 3, if I'm going to be honest, Chase. Low-scoring first quarter where the Heat offense had nothing going, but Jimmy Butler was keeping them around early, and then it all fell apart in the second half. So if you are rooting for the Miami Heat tonight, you're going to hope that this does not happen here in Game 4, and Jimmy and this offense can consistently get going here. And I think you have to be, if you're a Heat fan, listen, you had 5 turnovers in the first quarter and couldn't hit a shot if your name wasn't Jimmy Butler and you're winning by 1. Now, if you're the Denver Nuggets, you also couldn't make a shot either, but I think you can attribute that to a better defensive game plan for Miami. I don't think they're allowing Denver to get the switches they're wanting, like Jokic on Gabe Vincent or Kyle Lowry in the high post. So I think a better defensive game plan for Miami, and if they can start hitting their shots, maybe they are able to walk away with this one a little bit like Denver has in games 1 and 3.
So it's 21-20 Miami. As we go into the second quarter, what was that? About a 10? At one point, it was a 7-0 run.
It was. It ended. The half ended at a 11-2 run for Miami.
Okay.
Because it was 18-10. I believe.
Yeah, there we go. So looking at the box score here for Denver, Jamal Murray has 6 on 2 of 4 shooting. Nikola Jokic with 6 and 3. Really a silent first quarter for everybody outside of Jimmy Butler. Bruce Brown has a 3. Michael Porter Jr. has been awful once again. He's 0 of 4. Missed a couple from short range. Contavious Caldwell-Pope does have a 3. That was a nice little bucket for him because he's been ice cold so far. And then for Miami, 3 for Kevin Love, 4 for Bam Adebayo. 2 for Caleb Martin, 3 for Kyle Lowry as the bank was open late on a Friday, and then the 9 points for Jimmy Butler on 4 of 5 shooting, 1 of 2 from 3. And if you're Miami, you have to be salivating over the thought that maybe Jimmy Butler finally has his confidence back in what I believe is a must-win game, because I don't think they have the talent to come back from 3-1 against a talented team like Denver.
Yeah, I completely agree. And if you were here with us for our pregame show, I stated that this is basically season on the line for the Miami Heat, because if they did fall down 3-1, they would never be able to come back against a superior team from a talent perspective like the Denver Nuggets, when you do not have a LeBron James and Kyrie Irving, as they are the only team in history to come back from a 3-1 deficit during the NBA Finals. But before game or the second quarter resumes, I want to remind everyone of our Super Chat menu. $5 enters you into our raffle ticket giveaways. Nikola Jokic headed back to the locker room, so we'll scrap this and talk about that. I assume he'll get it taped up and some treatment, and he takes a normal rest here anyway, so he's probably just using that rest to go get treated a little bit. I don't expect him to be out for the rest of the game.
Yeah, get some tape on the ankles. Bruce Brown blocked by Zeller. $5 Super Chat. You enter a raffle to win a Chat Sports shirt. We already have a couple of $5 Super Chats in. $10 will give you a beer cheers. $20 a shot. $50 for a beer bong, $100 for a shotgun, as Kyle Lowry adds to the Heat advantage with the little fadeaway in the lane. So 5 early points here for Lowry off the pine. 23-20. Jamal Murray switches on to Duncan Robinson. He really likes this matchup. Jimmy Butler keeping an eye on him, though, as he shades over for the double team. Murray splits the 2, misses the fadeaway. Zeller with another board. Miami will push. Led by Lowry, pull up 3 again. That time it was an ugly miss. He banked in the first one from right about that spot.
And I can't believe I'm saying this, Chase, but Cody Zeller is actually given really good minutes to start this second quarter.
How about Aaron Gordon popping a tray ball? Can't hit free throws, but he hits the 3.
And the Heat are going to live with that shot. Yeah, I mean, if it goes in, it goes in. But Aaron Gordon shooting anything that isn't a dunk or a little post hook, you're going to be happy with that.
BMO. Why the commentator act like the Heat are up by 40? Well, I just got excited for Aaron Gordon, so you got to retract that statement. Be fair, muchacho. Interesting. Jimmy Butler with another 3, misses short. Aaron Gordon will now push.
For Jimmy.
Yeah, 3 threes, at least attempts. He has 1 make, so 1 of 3. Gordon will back down Martin. He'll get by him across the lane. Nice little sweeping jumper. 25-23, Denver back on top. Nikola Jokic back on the bench.
It amazes me Aaron Gordon can make that shot but can't shoot consistent free throws. That doesn't make sense to me. It's all mental in the NBA.
Butler will spin baseline off the glass and spins out. It looked good until it wasn't. Gordon has it going here. 5 points on back-to-back possessions. Jeff Green turns it over. Right when he gave it up, Bruce Brown cut to the basket. Turnover, Denver.
Miscommunication there between the two. Bruce Brown started diving for a backdoor cut. Jeff Green was looking for a dribble handoff, and when that happens, turnover. Odell Beckham Jr. sitting courtside in this game.
Nice, OBJ in the house. So Lowry stays on the floor. I like what he's given Miami early here with those 5 points. To the left of Duncan Robinson. Bam Adebayo goes flying, and it's going to be an off-ball foul on Aaron Gordon. Corbin Cartwright, thank you, brother. Got to have the same energy for both squads here. Stiffs don't know. 12 minutes, 9 points for Jimmy Butler, 4 of 7 shooting. $5 Super Chat coming in on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. They're going to wipe the floor after Bam hit the deck.
Well, flashback Super Chat. Digested Raptor enters our $5 raffle entry. Just tuned in. Who getting wrapped up, and is Herro playing yet? So 2-parter. Nikola Jokic is getting wrapped up. Little turn of the ankle there early in the first quarter. Already back on the bench and looks fine. And Tyler Herro is not playing tonight, and I wouldn't be surprised if he is just out for the rest of the series.
Shooting hand injury, that's tough. Adebayo takes the feed off the glass and in. Nice little kiss from the mid-range there from Bam. We're locked up 25-25. Murray, guarded by Martin, gave up his dribble into the corner to Gordon, thought about a three, now he'll take it, and he hits again! Aaron Gordon with the second triple. 28-25. Now the scoring starting to pick up a little bit. Gordon with 9. Flashbacks to game 1 when he had 12 points in the first quarter alone. Can Bam respond? Hook shot, just off the mark. Bruce Brown will now push into the lane with some explosion. Layup it in. Nearly blocked by Bam, but quickness there from Bruce. Butler, crossover dribble into the corner. Duncan Robinson for 3. Good! Duncan Robinson with his first points of the night. Heat back within 2. 8:28 left. 30-28.
Usually when Duncan Robinson gets that open of a look, it's basically a layup from 3.
Except for game 6 against Boston.
Yeah, we've moved on from that.
Jamal Murray, guarded by Martin, shot clock at 5. Gives it up to Gordon. He's going to attack Kyle Lowry, and he lays it up. But before that, walk.
It's a great pulling of the chair. Lowry, the undersized, as Aaron Gordon tries to back in. He just takes a couple steps back. Aaron Gordon, thinking there's going to be contact, shuffles his feet. Doing the icky shuffle, you might say.
Robinson wanted to take another 3, but quick feet by Gordon to get over defensively, put a hand in his face and to confront him. Robinson fakes right. Good pass down low to Butler. Easy layup. What a look from Robinson. He fake right, drove left. Little no look to Jimmy Butler.
And Jeff Green, who is guarding Jimmy Butler, probably not the person you want to ball watch on. Look at this, Jeff. What is Jeff Green doing? What are you doing, man? Just sitting on the block thinking that Jimmy Butler, of all people, was just going to stand in the corner for the entire possession. Don't know what Jeff Green's thinking there. And for that reason, we got a knotted game at 30 with 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the half.
Timeout, Denver Nuggets. Michael Malone going to gather his squad here. We're knotted up 30 apiece. Game 4, NBA Finals. So, perfect time to ask you who you got. Who gets the dub tonight? H for the Heat or N for the Denver Nuggets? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. 338,292 people are subscribed. That was at last check. Now we're up to 338,317. Let's do this. Let's go sub-only chat here during this commercial break. And if you're subbed, I want you to type me. We're going to go sub-only chat to give some shout-outs to our subscribers here. So if you want your username mentioned here on the show, then make sure you type me down below. And those of you who we're giving shout-outs to are subscribed to the show.
Did you change it?
As we go sub-only chat, no. It's Ducky, Clayton Locker, Karen, William, Derek, Dark Boost, Elazar, Yasel Plays, over on the Heat Report, J-Boy Vibes, Jason Plays, Juan Herrera. Type me if you're subscribed. How many subscribers can we pick up here before we get back into our action? We're already picking up a few more. That's 12 right off the bat there over the last 30 seconds or so. Year-round coverage of the NBA, year-round coverage of the NFL, college football in the fall as well. But think about the NBA calendar. NBA Finals happening right now, right? NBA Draft is in 2 Thursdays.
13 days away.
The week after that, NBA Free Agency. We'll be live pretty much every single day coming up here very soon. We're going to go in-depth. We're going to provide you with insightful, informative, entertaining analysis. Whenever something big happens, we're going to talk about it here on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel, but also we have a bunch of team channels as well. Miami Heat Report, Golden State Warriors today, Lakers Report, 76ers now, Boston Celtics today, Dallas Mavericks today, Chicago Bulls Report.
Bulls Report, yeah.
Bulls Report. So a bunch of new NBA channels and existing NBA channels. Got to subscribe to the show.
And Chase, I just put in the Heat Reports sub link in the Chat Sports comment section. I know that there is a lot of Heat fans watching on the main Chat Sports channel. If you do want more on the Miami Heat as we go throughout this NBA Finals series, NBA Draft, NBA Free Agency, and all these trade rumors, heading out NBA Twitter and social media. Hit that sub button. We'll keep you updated. I just saw, who was it in the chat? Let me find the exact name. Jamal Savage, Miami Heat lifer since 04. Well, Jamal, I don't know if you're subscribed, but please hit that sub button because I've been a lifer since, I think I was 10 or 11 years old. So
Christina Rosales, Wilfredo, Ernie Inquisitive, and J. Rich Flo. We appreciate you for subscribing to the show as we're back in action here. As Jamal Murray got up in the air but gives it up to Jokic. Shot clock going down. Jokic from about 27 feet buries the triple. Nikola Jokic showing off the range. Denver retaking the three-point lead. Gabe Vincent back in the game. He gets stripped. Michael Porter Jr. tried to give it up to Bruce Brown, but he got fouled. Transition opportunity halted by Miami there.
Nikola Jokic from easily 4 to 5 feet behind the three-point line. Jokic is a very capable and good three-point shooter, but I don't think I've ever seen him shoot a three from that deep intentionally on a set shot, and he absolutely drained it. Listen, the Nuggets offense is starting to come alive here, hit some shots, but the Heat are going to live with Aaron Gordon shooting three-pointers and Jokic shooting from that deep. The Nuggets are just making their shots right now.
Jokic up top. Hands it off to Murray. Murray comes off the Jokic screen. Good pass to a streaking, backdoor cutting Michael Porter Jr. One-handed slam.
A little bit of a seesaw now. The Nuggets went up 5, 30 to 25. Heat respond with a 5-0 run. Nuggets call a timeout, and they immediately go on a 5-0 run of their own.
Lowry touch pass to D-Rob. Out to Lowry. Pump fake into the lane. Layup. No good. He blew it.
Oh, but he's fouled.
And late foul call there. Lowry will go to the free throw line now. You can take sub-only shot off if you want. Our sub count, able to pick up a lot of new subs. We're up to 338,350.
I didn't see the replay, Chase, as I was changing the chat. Was it a foul or no?
I didn't see anything in live action. The replay didn't really show me anything, but either way, here we are. Lowry at the line. First free throw. Cash.
Am I wrong on this, Chase, or is this the first free throws the Heat have taken in this game? I can't recall anyone else going to the line for Miami.
I think you're right. Now that you say that.
Yeah.
He knows ball.
And that was the story of Game 1. Obviously, I don't think it was the reason why the Heat lost, but the Heat shooting an NBA Finals record low of free throws in a game with 2 free throw attempts in Game 1. It's been a lot more even since as Kyle Lowry makes both free throws to cut the lead down to 3.
35-32. Nuggets made their last 6 field goals, so they're hot. Approaching the halfway point of this second quarter. Contavious Caldwell-Pope to Michael Porter Jr. Tried to step back 3, defended well. Euro step into the lane, and he missed it. He can't buy a bucket right now. I mean, everything is rattling out a close miss, but he will go to the line now to try to get 2.
Yeah, he got fouled here, but the foul happened before anything to do with the shot. It was on his Euro step. So he was Euro stepping into his shot, and he gets slapped on the arm. But by the time he wants to put it up, there was no contest. Yeah. There was 2 feet from the basket.
Nobody at the rim.
Already foul called, no contest. Point blank miss. Unbelievable.
So Porter Jr., 2 dribbles, spins the ball on his right. He can't even hit a free throw right now.
This is one of the biggest yips / mental, blocks I have seen in some time for someone who has a lot of confidence while playing. I mean, he's one of the NBA memes of, F it, I'm going to shoot it because I don't pass. And he has that shooter's mentality, yet he is in his own head bad.
J-Boy Vibes, super chat on the Heat report, 99 cents, light work. And MPJ hits that back end. So 36-32.
Shout out to J-Boy Vibes. Thanks for the donation. Another real one on the Heat report.
Porter Jr., 3 points, 1 of 5 shooting. His struggles continue as we've been pointing out. Good pass from Bam Adebayo to Jimmy Butler. Easy dunk.
J-Boy, you're going to Kentucky? I was wondering why it's going to be your last time.
Caldwell Pope up top to Jokic. Lofts a pass to Gordon. Into the lane. Slams it home. In between a couple of Heat defenders. Somehow that shot wasn't blocked, and he yams it with some authority. 38-34. Aaron Gordon, 11 points, 10 in this quarter alone.
Caleb Martin, who has been such a good player throughout this playoff run for the Miami Heat, really struggling to guard Aaron Gordon.
Adebayo, jab step, jumper, no good. Michael Porter Jr. nearly tipped it in. Instead, he gets the rebound. He will push to Gordon, who will now slow it up. Back to Michael Porter Jr. Drove himself into the corner. Gordon guarded by Vincent. Will he try to take him? Yes, he will. And are they going to call continuation here? They are. So Gordon got it to go off the glass. Hoop in the harm will go to the line for the three-point play.
And that's been the difference in this series, right, Chase? That the Nuggets, even though Jokic and Jamal Murray have done most of the work for the Nuggets in this series, they have gotten big-time contributions from players outside of their big two. Aaron Gordon has played good, really good, in 2 out of these 4 games so far. Christian Brown played a fantastic game. And no one on the Heat outside of Gabe Vincent in Game 1 has really played that well for the Miami Heat outside of the big two. So that's the main difference between these two squads.
Gordon gets the free throw, 41-34, Denver. Gabe Vincent, 12 minutes, 0 points, 0 of 4 from the floor. He was great the first 2 games, not great the last 2. How about Martin playing with the Nuggets? Food there, really savvy move to get to the 10.
That was an incredible move by Caleb Martin. That was the Boston Celtics Caleb Martin Heat fans knew and loved.
Jokic 3, too short. He was open though. Butler, he will push. He will attack.
And that's what I love to see from Jimmy Butler. Got the rebound and did not think once of passing the basketball. Went a full 94 feet, went inside amongst the trees, drew an obvious foul on Michael Porter Jr., and will head to the line to make this a 3-point game potentially. But how about this replay? Caleb Martin between the legs, crossover, hezzy, right by a young fella. Give me the bucket over Jokic. Tough finish for Caleb Martin.
Jimmy Butler hits the first free throw.
J-Boy, that makes me sad, but happy at the same time for all the memories we've created throughout this playoff run. Thanks for tuning in, J-Boy.
J-Boy!
Jimmy's second free throw hits front rim, no good. Rebound fought for, out of bounds, off of Kyle Lowry. The Nuggets will get possession up 4.
41-37, 4:52 left here in this first half. Very slow to start offensively, but it's picked up at least a little bit. And Caleb Martin foul on Jamal Murray. All right.
Now, this 4 minutes and 40 seconds, it's obviously obvious to say this, but closing this half seems very important for the Miami Heat. If they could come back here and take a lead going into the halftime, having some momentum heading into that second half, I think that would be massive for them.
For sure. That momentum change, we've talked about it a lot, Rolly, during our watch parties every round. How you close quarters and halves, that's important. Jokic, straightaway 3, cashes it in. So 2 threes here for Jokic in this second quarter, 44-37 Denver. Lowry, good pass to a streaking Martin, yams it down. Good look there from Lowry with the vision. Awesome finish from Martin, who's had a couple of really good finishes here in this second quarter. Murray thought about a pull-up 3. Bounce pass to Jokic. Jokic triple team, misses. The tip-in by Miami goes in. Denver back up by 7. Butler guarded by Gordon. He struggled with this matchup because of the athleticism from Gordon. Bounce pass to Adebayo. Pull up, short. He can't find his touch around the rim.
Bam is what I thought he played very good in the first 2 games. He has been bad back in Miami.
Jokic, another 3. This time, well short.
We got a couple super chats. We'll flash those on screen in just a second.
Butler inside the arc, into the lane, gives it up to Adebayo, cuts through Gordon and Jokic for the layup.
That's the Bam that needs to show up, not the 12-foot mid-range jumpers. Put it on the deck and get to the cup. Jokic can't defend you there, man.
18 points in the paint for Denver, 20 for Miami. Alley-oop to Gordon, and he dunks it home. Points in the paint. It heavily favored Denver in that game 3, as well as rebounding. So that's evened out here. I'm sure Miami emphasized that over the last day and change. Lowry gets KCP in the air, gets fouled, and he's going to go to the line for 3 shots. Perfect time to catch up on those supers.
Choco Bear says, I found a loophole. I'm in the raffle too. Chase, do we let it fly?
Yes.
We let it fly.
2 different accounts. There's always a way to beat the system.
Always a way.
And it's 2 different people.
Yeah.
Slash, it's a cat.
Choco
Bear and Buddy Bear.
With a $5 super chat. And then Vikings Beach Bum F's in the chat for the yoke. No F's in the chat. He's hooping and he's playing just fine. I know his ankle turned up a little bit there, but it looks like he's all good, ready to go for the rest of this game as Michael!
Michael!
With a $10 super chat!
Let's go! Michael with the 10. Hey, boys, good job as always. Thank you, brother. Question, any word on a possible Seattle expansion team? Cheers. Now, Adam Silver did talk about expanding the NBA in a couple of years, Rolly. And if there is a city to get an NBA team, I think Seattle makes sense. That's a potential destination. I think Vegas makes sense. Kansas City sneakily. And those are really the 3 destinations that make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, Seattle makes a lot of sense.
I would say Nashville, but the Grizzlies are in Memphis, not far away. It's not a basketball-starved state outside of Memphis for the NBA. Michael Porter Jr. misfires on the 3. And who's this foul on?
Oh, that's bullshit. And I'll just straight up say it. Brian Gonzalez is so embarrassing. The refs are the worst. Yeah, this is a bullshit call. Erik Spoelstra can't believe it.
What even happened here? If anything, that's a foul on Jokic.
Now, I'm confused because Jeff Van Gundy just called it a great blockout.
On who, though? On who?
So he said Max Strus was a great blockout.
Exactly.
And now I'm confused to hear, as we
gets
go to a
timeout.
timeout, I don't know if they changed the call to a foul on Jokic or it's still on Strus. Yeah, not sure. To be honest with you guys, not sure at all. But while we are in a timeout, I feel like we've been pretty low on the like button today, which is always a little bit of a disappointment. We have 2,500 people watching on Chat Sports and only 300 likes.
Tyler Martin! There we go.
We'll flash that super chat in a second. Excuse me. But while we're in timeout, 2,500 people watching. Can we get to 400 likes on our Chat Sports streams? It's free. Donations are optional, yes, but it's free to hit that like button. Hit that like, please. Get us to 400 before we come in from timeout.
2,500 people watching live. I will chug some of my drink here if we get to 500 in the next minute. 500 likes in the next minute. It should happen in 30 seconds, honestly. With this many people watching live, I'll go beer fall on this drink if we get to 500 in the next minute. The shot clock is on. We have a break in action. You're not missing anything. So if you're enjoying the show, stopping by, like the video. We're up to 375 right now. 21 likes in. I feel as though I'm announcing the Kentucky Derby. Up to 386 likes. And we're 27 seconds in. Have to get to 500 and I'll chug some of my beer. We're up to 400 likes, 33 seconds in. We have to get to 500. Like the video. Let's go.
Just cross
it's
400.
Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Miami Heat, Denver Nuggets. We're locked up in a close one. 15 seconds left. We're at 411 likes. We got to get to 500, and we'll put on a show. Let's go. Let's go. Like the video. Come on now. We'll let the data update. 10, 9, 8, 7,
we're close.
6,
smash that like
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and We'll see if we got the 500 there. We'll let the data catch up. And if we did get the 500, I'm chugging some of the drink.
And I'll add this too, on the Heat report, we're 7 likes away from 50. If we get there in the next 30 seconds, I will take a chug of my drink. 7 likes away. Can we get there?
Let me do this too. In the next minute, I'm going to reset the clock. Usually, $100 value for a shotgun.
Oh boy.
I will shotgun for a $20 super chat, but you have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to send that in. And look, we're close enough to 500. I think we're going to get there when the data updates. Here we go.
And while Chase is chugging that beer, I'll showcase Tyler Martin, who sent in a $10 super chat. First ever super chat, which means it's 2 drinks or 2 sips of the drink.
Too many choices. Whole chug for you. First time super chat from Tyler Martin. You're a real one, Brody. We appreciate you.
So the refs do stick with the call, even though everybody in the chat, Jeff Van Gundy, all realize and know Max Strus did the right thing and did a great box out, yet the Miami Heat are getting punished for it. That's ridiculous. Oh, Jay Liv is in the chat. What's up, Jay Liv?
Jay Liv. Drinking some Happy Dads, bro. All right, so Jokic at the line. First free throw, sinks it.
That's just that's one of those things where, like, obviously I'm a fan of the team that just got screwed, but it pisses me off so much when you make the correct, good basketball play and you're getting penalized for it. What a joke.
Jokic's second free throw, the taped up ankle that he turned a little bit earlier, that good as well. So Denver's been hovering around this 7-point lead multiple times in this quarter, Rolly. They haven't been able to really push it past that. Jokic, though, 17 minutes, 16 points thus far.
And it looks like a makeup call. Off-ball foul. Kyle Lowry out to the line.
Oh, boy.
I don't really know where the foul was, and I really do think this is a makeup call. Jeff Van Gundy believes so as well.
10 seconds to get in a $20 super chat for a shotgun.
3 likes away from 50. I'll just chug my beer when we get there. 3 likes away. Hit that like button.
4 likes away from 500 on Chat Sports. And we got there, baby. Let's go.
Come on, guys. We can't be showed up like that from Chat Sports. Hit that like button on the Heat Report.
Yeah, total makeup call. So now Lowry tiptoes the line. 2:29 left in the half. 50-44. Hits both.
And yeah, it feels like it's been a 5 to 7 point game every single day.
Lowry with 11 points.
Wow, really good play from him.
Robert Bruce, what's up, brother? Aaron Gordon, little Euro into the lane. He has 16 points here, 11 in this second quarter. Bad miss there, though. Martin will now up the tempo. Into the lane, stripped. Loose ball. Gordon has it. Lowry, the lone defender. Back out to MPJ. Sidestep off the glass and in. Athletic move there from Michael Porter Jr. Couple of field goals. Does that get him going? He's been frigid cold to start this series. He's up to 5 points, 2 of 7 shooting. Both of those field goals coming in this second quarter. Lowry thought about a pull-up 3. Instead, it's stolen. Tried the entry pass to Bam, to Murray, to Porter Jr. He gets fouled. He'll go to the line again.
Oh, once again, the issue against the Boston Celtics is rearing its ugly head for the Heat, where they are just turning the ball over left and right, and Nikola Jokic has forced 2 straight turnovers. Great hands, active hands, and for an experienced team like the Miami Heat, they are much more experienced and have a lot of players that have played in these big moments as compared to the Denver Nuggets, who have maybe 1, 2 guys who have played in these moments. It's just bad and sad to see your team getting shown up like this by stupid mistakes. Makes no sense.
Porter Jr. hits that first free throw.
He makes the second, and the Nuggets have opened up their largest lead of the game, 54-45. It's 9 points. Bam goes the other way. Switched on to Christian Brown. Bam drives in, pump fakes, goes up, and slams it home over both Nikola Jokic and Christian Brown.
Jokic will now try to drive on Bam. Pass down low to Christian Brown. He lost it, got it back, and there's going to be another foul.
Listen.
Bam Adebayo.
I hate to be that person, but this is getting effing ridiculous about these foul calls. It really feels like it's one-sided. And the Heat players are starting to get pretty frustrated. And another super chat, Roxy LBB's cat.
There we go.
Another loophole, because why not? Getting drunk and having fun. Absolutely.
You love it, man.
The motto of life, Buddy Bear. Motto of life. Getting drunk and having fun.
You love it. You love it. I'll crack another one to Roxy. Roxanne. Christian Brown, he was 7 of 7 in the paint in game 3, 2 of 2 at the line there.
No, he split the pair.
Or split the pair, excuse me. So 55-47. I was too busy cracking my drink from Roxy. Bam up top to his left to Lowry, down low to Butler. Double team comes over, one-on-one against Murray. Kicks it out to Lowry. Lowry into the lane. He has 13 points now. Down to 6.
The Heat can get a stop here and then make it a 4 3-point game. That would be pretty big. Kyle Lowry is giving the Heat what they needed. Off the bench, just another poor performance from Bam. And the Heat defense, after a really good first quarter, has not done so well in the second.
Murray, fadeaway, off the mark. Great defense there from Bam. Game clock at 33. Lowry to Bam. Rises up for the hammer. What a dunk from Bam Adebayo.
And that little stop and then transition dunk from Bam not only cuts the lead to 4, but that got them a 2-for-1 where they can have the opportunity to get a stop and cut it into this lead some more with all the momentum going into halftime as the Kaseya Center's on their feet and Nikola Jokic pushes off to Bam. It's going the other way, a turnover. Jokic finally gets called for one of his off arms.
And now Heat fans are really getting into it, as that was such a savvy move by Lowry. You could tell he looked up at the clock, he upped the tempo, got down the floor quickly, drove into the lane, dropped it off for Bam. Bam took off from like 10 feet away, still able to throw it down. That's good stuff right there. So 55-51, game clock 17.3. Miami going to hold here for this last shot. Jimmy Butler had a buzzer beater pretty much at the end of the first quarter. What can he do here? Federal with the first-time Super Chat. We'll get to that as well. We're up to $40 in Super Chats total. Three-quarter court inbounds pass. Butler takes the feed. Lowry, 13 minutes, 13 points. We'll talk about him during our halftime show. Stay tuned. Butler up top. Game clock down to 5. Butler will drive. Rises up, gets fouled. So he'll go to the line, trying to carve into this lead. If he goes perfect from the stripe here, gets the deficit down to 2. But 3.4 seconds left. Jokic will check back in after that first free throw for an offensive advantage for Denver.
Yeah, I like what Jeff Van Gundy's pointing out for the Nuggets side of things. Michael Porter Jr. swiped down on Jimmy Butler, trying to either strip him or block it as Butler misses the free throw. That's a second missed free throw.
You said last game he misses a lot of free throws in the first half. There's another one.
It's just Jimmy is a really good free throw shooter, but it doesn't make sense that he misses more than you think he does.
He needs the pressure on him pretty much.
But yeah, finish that point on Van Gundy. Michael Porter Jr. sitting at 6'10" with a good wingspan. Just put your hands up and force Jimmy to make the shot over you. No need to swipe down and try to get a steal as he blesses Jimmy Butler with 2 free throws, and he misses both.
He misses again. Jokic. Pass goes absolutely nowhere, and the clock's going to expire. Good outlet defense there by Haywood Highsmith, who checked in very briefly. What an active first half. After this game, if you're just joining us, it was anemic. It was sluggish. It was slow offensively for both of these teams to start. We were like 5 minutes in. Neither team had barely scored. For it to close at 55-51, it's hilarious because Vegas always knows, and the real ones know what that saying means. We're right on track for that over-under to be right in range. It's now 55-51 heading into recess with the Nuggets holding that 4-point lead. Largest lead for Denver, I believe, at about 8.
9 with points.
9 in that first half, so it's been closely contested, but when the Nuggets have kind of been within that range, like they led by 7 multiple times, especially in that second quarter, credit to Miami. You know, Denver wasn't able to really extend or push on that lead, which is very interesting. So, halftime here. Who you got? Game 4, H for the Heat and for the Nuggets. Even if you leave to get a drink, you leave to get some food, continue to hang out with us here on Chat Sports because we're going to go through these numbers and offer up some analysis. When the game is transpiring, everything's moving so quickly, so we can't always talk about things in detail, but we're about to do that here, and I hope you continue to hang out with us. If you liked our broadcast of that first half, show us some love. Like the video. We're at 541 likes. Nearly 50,000 people have joined us so far throughout the night. Renan watching from the Philippines. Robert Bruce Lowry, 13 points, 13 minutes. Yeah, he's been really, really good. Juno likes the Heat to win. And if you liked our broadcast of that first half, show us love. Like the video. We're about to get our numbers ready here. And then we'll start talking about this game.
And before we even get to our halftime show, the Nuggets, this is game 4, have led at the end of the first half in every game.
Yeah.
So the Heat have yet to take a lead into halftime in this series, which is kind of amazing. If the Heat were to win this game and force a game, or I wouldn't say force, but have a game 5 with the series tied at 2, it would just be fascinating to see a team win 2 games without ever leading at a half.
No doubt. Yeah, for Miami, a couple of big figures here. They got dominated points in the paint in game 3. It wasn't even close. I think the Nuggets outscored them by 20, 30 points. And tonight, Miami actually has the edge, 26-22. And then they also got out-rebounded by a wide margin. And that just led to a lot more second-chance points for a Denver team that couldn't sniff anything from three-point range. Miami with the rebounding advantage by 2. Federal Fabian, first time super chatter. Thank you so much for that $1 tip there. We are so blessed and we appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. Now let's start to take a look at these halftime stats. So the score at the break after 2 quarters. Nuggets 55, Heat 51. Assist numbers very even. I think that Kyle Lowry's impact, who we'll touch on in further detail here in just a second, has been profound for Miami because they've gotten nothing from Gabe Vincent. That big area there where the Heat are out-rebounding the Nuggets by 2 field goals. Heat out-shooting the Nuggets 52.5% to 46.2 on 1 less shot opportunity. And the Heat within 4 here, despite hitting 3 less three-pointers, Rolly, than the Nuggets.
Yeah, and this has really been an inverse of the entire series thus far, Chase. When you think about what has gone on through the first 3 games, it's been the Nuggets' efficiency inside the arc, but inability to hit the 3. And for the Heat, it's been their three-point shooting when going right, and their inability to finish inside the arc. Now in game 4, the Nuggets are finally connecting on some threes. Jokic has got a couple, Murray's got 1, and Aaron Gordon has 2. But they're shooting under 50% from the field collectively, rather than what they've been doing prior in the series, shooting well from the field, not so well from 3. And for the Heat, they are shooting over 50% from the field, probably for the first time all series, and they're only shooting 33% from 3. But the numbers are much more equal, closer in the rebounding battle, as the Heat got out-rebounded by 25 in Game 3, which I didn't even know how was possible. but they're crashing the glass better. They're playing a little bit better offensively when it comes to what they did there in the second quarter, because it was pretty bad in the first quarter. But to open up our individual stats, Nikola Jokic is the leader for the Denver Nuggets, has 16 points, only 5 rebounds, and only 2 assists, because we always know when he's at his best, it's when he's at that 5-6 assist mark at halftime. But Nikola Jokic looking like the 2-time MVP once again. He's been so damn good this entire series. Likely the Finals MVP if the Nuggets end up winning. And he's putting on another classical performance. Efficiency off the charts. Hit a couple tough threes. Jokic playing a good first half.
Yeah, Jokic playing a good first half, and early in this game kind of turned his ankle a little bit. After that first quarter, he went into the locker room, probably got taped up a little bit. Didn't really miss that much time. Jokic did have 2 3-pointers in that second quarter, and anytime he's able to knock down a couple of threes, it just makes you think as a defender, right? Like, I can't give him too much space, but then if I confront him, his shot fake is so good because it's always the same pace as his actual shot. So you bite on that, he'll get by you, even though he's somewhat slow, or he'll use that body very efficiently to also drive by you. Jokic with the 16, he's been great really this entire series. Who was great in Game 3 is Jamal Murray. That is not necessarily translated here to this Game 4, but once again, it's kind of like Game 2 when Murray only had those 15 shot attempts in that first half. It's not like Murray played poorly. He was just defended so closely. A couple of times he had the ball on the outside. Miami would send 2 or 3 guys to him, not allowing him to get downhill, which allows him to kind of drive into that jumper where he can do the step back, the pull up, the fade away. He just hasn't had any clean looks, but Denver's been able to survive because Aaron Gordon, with a monster second quarter, I believe 16 points right now. I think 14 of them may have come in that second frame. He's been really, really good. 6 of 9 and 2 of 2 from 3. You'll take that any day of the week if you're Denver.
Yeah, actually, he scored, I believe, 15
of
in that
the
second
16,
quarter, because
yeah.
he only had the 1 free throw in the first. He's been fantastic, not known for his three-point ability, yet he's hit 2, both, I believe, from the – no, one was at the top of the key, one was from the corner. So Aaron Gordon has provided that third scoring ability for the Nuggets that the Heat haven't got, but they are finally getting tonight with Lowry. We'll break down more of the Heat stats in a second. But I want to go back to Jamal Murray, because you mentioned how he has not been getting as clean of looks as in Game 3. And the reason for that was because in Game 3, there was a lot of miscommunication from the Miami Heat on the defensive side of the ball. There would be miscommunication whether the person guarding Jamal Murray would go over or under on the screens that Nikola Jokic was setting, so it would put Bam Adebayo, whoever was guarding Nikola Jokic, in no man's land, because he didn't know, am I hedging this and doubling Murray off the dribble? Am I letting him come around and drop coverage? Or am I just switching one-on-one? And it was just defense the Miami don't usually run because they're usually so good and so well connected, which makes them one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. And it was just horrible in Game 3, no communication. Now, what have they done in Game 4? They have been very consistent in the way they're guarding Jamal Murray. I have always seen the defender on Murray go over the screens.
Yeah.
They're going over on Murray, not allowing him to step into a mid-range.
Game 3, too much under, man.
Yeah, too much under. He's not able to step into those threes or get into the lane because there was no one stopping him. So he's going over, forcing Jamal Murray to take a wider angle off the screen to avoid the contact, which is allowing Bam to show for 1 split second and return to Nikola Jokic, and the person guarding Murray going over the screen able to return to Murray, not allowing him to get off a clean look. That's been the main difference. That's what they did in Game 2, which was why Murray was so quiet and only shot 15 times in that game. They, for some reason, reverted back to their Game 1 defense in Game 3. They're back to playing the defense they should be if they want to slow down Jamal Murray here in Game 4. So I've been impressed with the adjustments between Games 3 and Game 4, and how Erik Spoelstra has his team ready. Digested Raptor with a $10 super chat.
There we go.
Actually, it's a good time to show it because we're about to get into the Heat side of things, but at halftime, this is the half of our halftime show, so we'll show the super chat from Digested Raptor.
Digested Raptor. Thank you for that, man. That's your second super chat tonight.
Of $10.
How are the second chance points and the bench points looking? Also, can this be 2 entries for random subs? I enjoy the content. Keep it going. Yeah, it could be 2 entries, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 entries for sure. Digested Raptor. We appreciate that. So we were looking earlier at some of the bench points. You were also looking at second chance points. Second chance points. I'm trying to pull that up right now. I don't know if we have access to that right now. I can give you the bench points, though, for sure. Bench points, you have 6 for Denver. Kyle Lowry has 13 by himself. So that's 22 bench points for Miami. So that's a good thing for you to point out. Let's talk about Jimmy Butler. Let's talk about Kyle Lowry. Really the 2 players carrying things for Miami. Jimmy Butler in that first quarter, great. Second quarter slowed up. But then Kyle Lowry comes in and kind of spells him a little bit. Maybe that helps him conserve some energy. But 6 of 9 here on June 9th.
Ooh,
maybe that's a good sign.
6-9 for the Heat on
14 points. He was really attacking and in that mode where he had that look in his eyes in that first quarter, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he missed 3 shots. 2 of them were on threes, and you know Jimmy Butler isn't the most efficient player when it comes to beyond the arc shooting. But what I like as well here is that he's scoring, but also has 5 assists. Because Jimmy, to his downfall sometimes, likes to pass and get his teammates involved more than he should. But the fact he's been able to get them involved with 5 assists and find his own shot is obviously when Jimmy's at his best.
Right.
And I think he's been back to his mid-range assassin personality where he was so good against Milwaukee and basically New York Knicks as well, even though he struggled a little bit in that series down the stretch, ankle injury, blah, 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 I could go on. But Jimmy getting into his shot in the mid-range, finishing around the rim, this has been the Jimmy that Heat fans have been clamoring for this entire series, and we expected. I think we just got too spoiled by what he did in the first series against Milwaukee because it was so special and so miraculous that we just fell into this lore of Michael Jordan, Jimmy Butler, to where we're expecting him to go out there and drop 40 every game. It's obviously not sustainable, but right here, this game is the way Jimmy needs to play if the Heat want to win.
Digested Raptor, this is a cheers to you, my guy.
Yeah.
Anytime you send in a 10, we do a beer cheers. And let's now talk about Kyle Lowry. So Kyle Lowry, in my opinion, he might be the MVP so far for Miami.
I would agree.
Because everybody else has really not been good. 0 points from Vincent and Strus. So that's 0 points from 2 starters. And then Kevin Love with 3 points. So from 3 of your 5 starters, you have a combined 3 points. And then bench points, you only have 9 outside of Lowry. 6 from Martin, 3 from Duncan Robinson, who's 1 of 1 from 3-point range in 9 minutes. But Kyle Lowry, in moments, has really initiated the pace. He's been understanding of where the game clock is and the situation. He got started with the bank 3, and I joke like that could get him going. It has. He saw that go in, and now he's 3 of 4, 6 of 6 at the line. So he's been in this attack mode where he's tried to really initiate the offense. He's a +6, 13 points, 4 assists. I think that Kyle Lowry's been much, much needed as that spark plug off the bench.
Yeah, and when they signed him 2 years ago to that deal, sign and trade, 2 years ago that they got docked a second-round pick for tampering in, the goal was for Lowry to be the, relief of pressure on Jimmy Butler in these big games when it comes to handling the ball and getting the offense set up. And I know it's been a rough 2-year start for Lowry where it's very up and down. He's either very good or very, very bad, and he's been bad in this series and against Boston, and he was good against New York and Milwaukee, but bad against Boston, bad in the start of the series, finally showing up. This is the Kyle Lowry they need, and it's very interesting to find out that he has 6 free throw attempts because it's not like, oh, Kyle Lowry drives into the cup and gets to the line often. It just happens to fall that way. But Lowry's done a good job of getting people involved with 4 assists and getting his own shot and knocking him down with 13 points. I was very critical of how Bam has played in this half. But I am a little surprised to see him actually end up shooting over 50% and having 12 points. It's fascinating to see he only has 3 boards. I think he's done a good job boxing out Nikola Jokic, who also only has 3 or 4 rebounds. But Bam has been a little bit better in this game. He's been more aggressive attacking the cup, has a couple thunderous slams. Bam needs to continue this in the second half. And I think I'll just go back to what happened in Game 3. Listen, the Heat trailed by, I think, 5 or 4 points, and they got blown out in the second half at home. That can't happen again, obviously. A must-win for the Miami Heat. They need to even the series at 2 and not let it go to 3-1. So Bam, Jimmy, and Kyle Lowry, the big 3 for the Heat in this game, are going to need to pull up another good second half.
Yeah, if you're Miami, you forget about that Game 1 loss. You forget about what happened in Game 3. These next 2 quarters could literally decide the NBA Finals if you're the Miami Heat. If you lose these next 2 quarters, it's going to be really, really difficult to come back from 3-1, and those last 2 quarters officially get underway with the third quarter in action right now. Denver will switch it up, obviously, and now move left to right offensively. Jokic backs down Bam, spins to his shooting arm. Good defense there from Adebayo. Rebound from Strus. Outlet to Adebayo to Gabe Vincent. Vincent to Strus. Strus 3! Nearly airballed it, just nicked the rim.
Max Strus has lost himself a lot of money in these NBA Finals. Unrestricted free agent. He's been horrible.
Ball goes up in the air. Denver Nuggets turnover. Butler now has it. Bunny. No good. Jokic rebound. Finds Murray at half court. He'll back down Vincent. Out to Jokic. Jokic back to Murray. Lost the ball. Jokic got it back. Now he'll go back to Murray. Still one-on-one with Vincent. Pesky defense there from Gabe. Murray gets by him, gets fouled, will go to the line. Fouled by Kevin Love.
So 2 shots that Miami needs to be able to hit if they want to win this game. A wide-open 3 from Max Strus at the top of the key. Almost airballed it. Barely nicked front rim. And then a Jimmy Butler transition 12-foot pull-up jumper. He's got to be able to finish that. But I would have actually liked to see Jimmy attack Nikola Jokic and go up and finish either with the physicality or draw a foul, because Jokic isn't the best rim protector. Jimmy, a pretty decent finisher. Go up and finish strong through the contact. Jamal Murray did make the first free throw. So their lead is already up to 5, could be 6 early in this third quarter.
So now, after the Murray makes 57-51, first points here of that third quarter coming from the stripe. Vincent will drive baseline. He'll wrap around. Go to Butler. Shot clock at 10. Butler handoff to Strus. He fakes right. Goes left. Good pass to Adebayo. Got stripped, though. Miami basketball, though.
And I will say this. It feels like Bam gets stripped or loses the ball a lot. I don't know what it is because he's a obviously physical specimen, but he does not have the best grip on the basketball.
Shot clock at 4. Vincent over the top to Adebayo. He'll drive on Jokic. Use the off arm to get space. No call. Used it to his advantage. Got the deuce.
I think that's a no call because of how much Nikola Jokic tried to sell it. A little bit of a flop there, and the reason why they didn't call it.
Jokic. Down low to Gordon. Now, he did pass it after he went up. I thought it was good defense from Strus. Are they going to give him the shooting foul here?
No, it was on the pass, so it should be side out. See, like, did Bam bump him a little bit?
A little
yes.
bit, yeah.
But he extended his arm maybe this far out. It needs to be this far out for them to call it. Jokic with a flop.
So slob play for Denver. Jokic will try to drive on Adebayo. Good pass to Michael Porter Jr. on that cut, and he yams it down.
I think Max Strus needs to get benched. He's playing bad defense, has shown nothing on the offensive end. I think it's time to get Duncan Robinson more minutes because Strus has been horrible.
I agree. Duncan Robinson, 10 points in that fourth quarter of game 2. Strus in the corner to Vincent. Vincent will drive, fade away off the glass, in.
Another player that
First
needs to
field
get
goal
going
there
for
for
Miami.
Vincent. Yeah, speaking of that. Murray, double teamed again. Good pass as he drops it off for Porter Jr. And good awareness from Porter Jr. to see the double team, cut into the lane, and then good vision from Murray to give it up to him.
But who did he beat on the backdoor cut once again?
Yeah.
Max Strus. He has been a negative on the offensive and defensive end of the floor. He needs to sit down.
Adebayo. Jokic with the steal. Could have been a kick ball maybe, but it's not. Jokic tallies the steal. Just another stat for him. Murray, step back. Good defense from Butler. Tries to step in. Somehow found Porter Jr., who will back down Strus. Out to Jokic. Has 2 threes. Can't get a third. Tip out to KCP. To Murray. Thought about a 3. Instead, he won't take it. He has Strus on him. Pump fake. Got him up in the air, but can't hit the 2. Adebayo. Waiting for somebody to move. And then he throws it out of bounds because Strus broke toward the cup late. So everybody kind of standing around there. Yeah.
Another back-to-back possessions with a turnover for Bam Adebayo. The Heat now have, I believe, 8 or 9 turnovers in this game, which is just abysmal. And Max Strus, once again, another bad play. Strus has been, I don't even have a word for him. He's just been so damn bad this entire series.
Gordon to his left to Jokic. Jokic into the lane, somehow gets the left to pop in. Good defense from Bam, better offense from the Joker. 63-55. Largest lead of the game, 9 for Miami. They're up to 8 now. And Jokic up to 18 points on the evening. Strus, 3, no good again. Aaron Gordon rebound. Porter Jr., he'll try his hand at a 3. That's also short. Bam, just inside the 3-point arc on that right wing to Jimmy Butler. 1-on-1 with Murray. Sticks the 2, can't hit it. Jokic, 8 boards on top of the 18 points. So once again, he's just a walking double-double, and throughout this playoffs, oftentimes triple-double. What a pass from Gordon down low to Murray. Lays it up. Erik Spoelstra timeout. Largest lead of the game here for Denver at 10, 65-55.
This is just a carbon copy of Game 3, and it's actually disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you remember back in that Game 3, it was a 5-point game at halftime. And this game, very similar to that as we went into halftime. And the Nuggets come out of the gates in that Game 3, guns a-blazing. Extended to double digits. They do the same thing here in Game 4, and Erik Spoelstra calling a timeout. And really, the identity of the third quarter so far for Miami, very similar, where it's like, where's the effort? Right. Where's the want-to? They seem complacent and cool with this, and they're missing shots. You combine those two factors together, it's not good.
I mean, they're playing so lethargic on offense. A couple turnovers, just not good play, and then they're getting out-hustled on the offensive glass. Max Strus has got beat on backdoor cut twice. I mean, Strus needs to sit the F down. He's losing the Heat this game, but the Heat have just played with no energy. It is the exact same game as the first half, or Game 3, and it's driving me nuts that I'm basically watching another game exactly the same. It's deja vu. But while we are in a timeout, I know this is the NBA Finals. Miami Heat fans watching, Denver Nuggets fans watching, but I'm curious. Shout out your favorite team. Is it the Miami Heat? Let us know. Is it the Denver Nuggets? Let us know. If it's someone else, let us know. I want to see it out in the comment section. I'll give shout outs throughout this time.
We have Indigo going Heat, Lake Tunsil Heat, McGill Heat, Blaze Nuggets, digested as the favorite teams come in. Milwaukee Bucks, we have the Suns from Underground, Lakers Forever from Shama, Sixers from Viking Beachum. Nice. You set the super chat in earlier. I host our Sixers channel. Let's go Nuggets from Chewbacca. Toronto Raptors. Second fave from Digested Raptor. The name backs that up. I'm a Heat fan from Talina. Denver from Elazar. And I imagine people on the Heat Report are Heat fans, right?
Yeah, I see a lot of Heat fans in the chat sports stream. So I just put in our sub link. Make sure you do subscribe. If you want more Miami Heat news, rumors throughout this offseason, make sure you hit that sub button. We got actually a lot of Knicks fans, believe it or not. Crim's dad's a Knicks fan. Jay Liv is a Knicks fan. C-Note is a Heat fan. Reaper is a Heat fan.
Oh, no. Izzy B and Robert Bruce, I really appreciate y'all, but you're both Celtics fans?
Oh, no.
I'm a Sixers fan, and the Celtics, they're one of the Heat's biggest rivals outside of the Knicks.
Jay Liv did send in a $2 super chat on the Heat Report. Said, y'all are totally ignoring the chat. Jay Liv, it's just tough to, in a massive game like this, focus on the chat so often. I know we did that a lot for Knicks, but in this situation, it's a little bit tougher.
I also don't think we're ignoring it. Anytime you send in a super, we're getting to it, Jay Liv. And we're also giving shout-outs as you say that, brother, but on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. So maybe you're just talking about the Heat Report.
Tim P says the Steelers. That's not an NBA team, but I guess if it's your favorite team, I respect that.
Tamar Bowles, Knicks fan. Crim's dad and Jay Liv, all-time legends. And Tamar Bowles.
Oh, my God. I mean,
and Buddy Bear.
There are so many real ones on that Knicks channel. It's unbelievable. Jay Liv is part of that crew as well.
So here we go. Coming out of the Heat timeout, can they get anything going? Kevin Love going to try to get him started. There's a three. Knocks it down. So Kevin Love, second three of the game. 65-58. Alex with another $5 super chat. That's a raffle ticket for our Real One shirt. Jokic. Butter from the free throw line from 15 out.
Lowry inserted into the second half quickly. Max Strus sat down. No coincidence there.
Love again. Banks it in from distance.
That is two bank threes from straight on. Kevin Love was asking for a foul call. He did fall to the deck after the shot. I don't know if that was a flop or not, but he's got 3 threes.
I would have started Lowry, honestly. Jokic trying to answer from distance. He does! Bang, bang! Nikola Jokic. 70-61, so the Heat make some inroads there. The two-time MVP with the big answer. Vincent in the corner. He'll try his hand at a three. Him and Strus, very cold tonight.
And that's the difference in this series, Chase. In every series in the Eastern Conference, Jimmy Butler has been the best player on the court. This series, not even close to the case, and that's why the Heat find themselves fighting for the right not to be down 3-1.
And because of that, you need some other people to step up. Strus, Vincent haven't, as Jokic to the backdoor cutting Gordon for the dunk. Nice little alley-oop there. Adebayo.
You've got to score this,
guarded by
man.
Murray. He's going to back him down. Double team comes over, and it's a kick ball. Blown opportunity for Miami.
I don't give a shit that they're double teaming you. You have Jamal Murray on you. Drop, stop, and dunk it, Bam. I've seen Aaron Gordon do it to 2 of the Heat defenders. You can do it too.
Viking Beach Bum, another $5 super chat. He said K-Love having 2016 flashbacks.
First of all, Alex sends in a $5 super chat. Jimmy ain't him, and Bam is soft. Strus can't hit. This coach sucks. Can't use a challenge for Ish. Has to see Strus brick 24/7 before putting.
Saying Spoelstra sucks is just wild. I mean, they have 7 undrafted free agents on the team. They're in the NBA Finals. He's dealing with the juggernaut.
A talent's influx, let's say that.
Lowry 3, misses. Bam, rebound. Love, pump fake, gets some space. Airmails the 3.
Viking Beachum did say that K-Love having 2016 flashbacks, and then on cue, almost misses or basically does airball a wide open 3. This series is starting to feel like it might be over.
Too many choices. Damn, bro, went in on the Miami Heat. Alex really did. Trey, who's your favorite NBA player of all time? Allen Iverson. Murray, elbow extended. Got the shooter's roll. Hit the front rim, high off the glass, and dropped in.
I got to be honest, Chase. I don't know how you get that roll when you're shooting from the wing.
Me either.
It just defies physics.
74-61, largest lead of the game for for the Heat, for the Nuggets, as K-Love gets fouled and will go to the line. So you keep waiting for somebody to get Miami going. K-Love trying to do his part. He now has 8 points with an opportunity to make it 9 solely in this third quarter.
Tamar, I think you're right. I think this Denver team is just too well balanced and too good for the Miami Heat for their lack of talent to make up for it. It's been able to do it throughout the Eastern Conference, but I think it might be too much here.
Love free throw good. Kevin Love has scored the last 9 points for Miami.
That's a problem.
And that is a problem, and the lead is to 10. Murray, the runner, well off the mark. Battle for the loose ball. And it's going to be a jump ball as Alex sends in another super chat. Oh, boy.
I mean, I might have to.
Alex, man.
That is just...
You're capping, brother.
You can say that because he coached LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, but I don't think any other coach in the association would have this Miami Heat team in the NBA Finals for the second time in 4 years and in the Eastern Conference Finals in 3 of the last 4 years.
Brother, man, they're an 8 seed in the NBA Finals with 7 undrafted free agents on the squad.
Not to mention, if you look back from the 2016 to 2018 days of the Heat team, any other coach, they're picking top 5 in the lottery, but Spoelstra had him consistently fighting for a playoff spot and sometimes did make the playoffs.
As an 8 seed, beat the number 1 seeded Bucks in the first round. They beat a quality Knicks team. They took down a Celtics team that was favorites to win the NBA championship even when they were down to the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals. As the Heat give it up, Nuggets have some numbers, 2-on-1. Murray into the lane. Great defense from Butler to knock it off the leg of Jamal Murray in transition.
And
Rolly almost lost his shit.
I was gonna. Izzy B with a $5 super chat.
We'll read it after this possession here. Lowry gets it from Butler. Back to Butler. And he only got the front part of the rim from the baseline.
I think it was partially blocked.
Murray, one-on-one with Lowry. Has the size advantage here. From the elbow, good defense from Lowry. He's a pest. Now he tries to push for Miami. He lost it. What a pass from Jokic to KCP for 3. Dagger, no good. K-Love fights for the rebound. Off-ball foul on Denver. Izzy B. Heat fans, keep your faith. It's not over. I will do a good luck shot. Heat fans, don't give up. There you go, Rolly. That message is to you.
Tomorrow, next year, Marsh and I will definitely have to do the 4 Heat Knicks games. You know we will be. I was ready to just break some things if KCP hits that shot. But shout out to Kevin Love because he's come to play and really given a good effort. So I salute him and Kyle Lowry, the 2 veterans, doing some good things for the Heat. But, man, these turnovers for Miami are starting to pile up, and there's nothing that drives me nuts more personally than turnovers and missed free throws because they're so basic and so avoidable.
Robinson checks in for Love. So, too, does Martin as he enters the game as well. New juice, maybe? Not a good shot right there. Had a bad angle on the baseline trying to shoot over the backboard. Jokic's pass stolen by Robinson. Robinson takes it to the cup. Easy lay-in. Down to single digits. Michael Malone, timeout, 74-66. Izzy B, good luck charm?
Maybe so, and I hope so. Duncan Robinson with a good play. I honestly think Duncan's got to play borderline the rest of this game because he provides the Heat shooting. He's consistently made shots. And honestly, I've always called Duncan Robinson a trash defender, but I think there is a potential for him to actually defend a Michael Porter Jr. because he actually matches up his size. Duncan Robinson's 6'7", while Max Strus is just like 6'4", 6'5". But another $2 super chat from Alex. Spo is so good he doesn't put Robinson until 3 minutes. Listen, it's easy to make and bash the coach from watching on TV.
Right.
Like, if we're sitting there and in his shoes, it's going to be difficult to make these decisions. It's easier to say watching the game and call it that way. But I do agree Duncan Robinson had to come in and play earlier. But there's 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. We have almost 4,000 people watching on Chat Sports, 175 watching on the Heat Report. So I want you guys to let me know where you're watching from. Spam it in both comment sections. We'll give shout outs in both ones. Spam where you're watching from, and we'll give some shout outs.
So how about this for Nikola Jokic here? First player in NBA history, this is nuts, with 500 points, 250 rebounds, and 150 assists in a single postseason.
Wow. That's crazy.
Wow.
We got Shama in India. We got Augustin in Argentina. We got Darren in Whistler, BC. Too many choices somewhere in the south side of the Milky Way galaxy. Tony in Taiwan, BB in Toronto, OS in Georgia, Miguel in Miami, Yasel plays in Florida, Chris in San Diego, Deshaun in Dallas, Texas with us somewhere. Prowler is in Denver, Andre's from Harlem, Danilo's in Brazil, Christopher says Tokyo. Thea says Cambodia. Thompson Timothy says Hawaii. We got Johnny in South Beach. Riley Shea in New York. Tamar Bowles in New Jersey. Reaper from Canada. Slinky Tank in North Carolina. I'm Antonio says, Rollo, you need to check in for Cody Zeller. I'm ready. I was grinding, boxing out. I'll be ready to. My number's called. I'll be ready to go. Don't you worry. I'm Antonio. Manuel in Mexico. Paula in Tivigu. Oh, Matthew Peterson, you are a sly devil, my friend.
Uh-oh.
You are a sly devil. Sends in a $2 super chat to rile me up, saying you're the best Heat YouTuber. Draft targets on to 2023. Well, Petey, I love the troll. I appreciate it. Draft targets, you already know who we want. We want Jalen Hood-Schifino, Jordan Hawkins, or Andre Jackson Jr., but I digress.
Our draft expert, Rolly.
Yeah, just starting to put together those scouting profiles.
Used to be my role, but I'm too busy, so thank you.
What's the I wasn't the father that left. What's the one? I'm not the stepfather. I'm the father that stepped up.
I like that.
Me to the draft coverage.
I like that. Let's see. No shoe beers from Jeffrey W. I did do that for a game last series. I will say this. $100 in super chats. We're 30 away. I will shotgun a beer. That's what I'll do for 100. Jokic into the lane, unable to hit. Here comes Miami, down by 8. Lowry, Butler, missed, but he's going to the line. You can sense the momentum has shifted a little bit.
And I think this is the 5-man rotation that Erik Spoelstra has to ride with throughout the rest of this quarter, and you can argue entire game. Lowry's played good. You need Duncan shooting. Caleb Martin's athleticism and explosive playmaking mixed in with Jimmy Butler and Bam. This is a 5-man rotation that can really make a comeback in this game. Jimmy barely gets the first free throw to go, and it's a 7-point lead.
I mean, it looked over about in real time like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
We got a ball game here. Can't count out Miami ever with how tough they are. Heat culture. Butler 2 of 2 from the line. We have a 6-point ball game. 74-68. Under 3 to go here in this third. Jokic double team. Gets rid of it to Bruce Brown. Up top, KCP. To his left to Brown. Brown drives. Hangs in the air. What a finish at the 10 for BB.
That's a tough one to swallow because Bruce Brown
did everything right, pretty much.
Bruce Brown's, he's good, but I don't really think he's like that. That's a great take.
Martin. Down low to Adebayo. Adebayo left open. Tries to dunk it. He missed. But there's a foul called, right?
No.
Or goaltending.
Offensive.
What are they going to call?
He was holding
Offensive.
on the rim and made contact with the ball. Can't do that.
He should have made it from the jump.
Bam, how do you miss a dunk, bro?
Yeah. Jokic can't get up to contest that.
Kiami, I'm trying to hype us up, man. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to hope that this Heat team can come back. They're just making so many dumb mistakes. Reaper asked, what's your top 5 favorite and least favorite NBA teams? Well, I'll tell you what. What's going on here? Oh, did the rim get broken?
Oh, no.
Oh, this could be devastating.
This could be a long delay, right?
Looks like it. They're gonna
bring out
and make sure it's level.
The ruler to make sure it's level.
This could be a disaster. To answer that question, though, I think my least favorite are the Celtics #1, the Lakers #2, the Knicks #3. I got to be honest, I hate the Toronto Raptors for no reason, but I hate them at #4. And I don't really hate anybody else.
Man.
You know what? F the Magic. So they're #5.
Magic, jeez. I might go Celtics all 5 of those spots.
Yeah. Actually, it's kind of an omission for me not to put Philly on there. When they're good, they're very frustrating. So I think I'll take out the Magic and put Philly at 5.
All right. Yeah, the Heat annoy me, but I'm more just heartbroken about losing Jimmy Butler. Celtics, Heat, I don't really like the Knicks. Lakers fans can be nauseating, but some are good people.
I can't stand the Lakers.
More than 4,000 people watching live. Make sure you subscribe to the show if you haven't already done so. We're approaching 339,000 subscribers. We're less than 500 people away. So if you're looking for year-round NBA content with the NBA draft coming up, NBA free agency, right after that, we're going to be doing live shows. We're going to be doing multiple videos every single day to keep you in the know with everything that's happening across the NBA. Subscribe. Now, we're not talking about the game right now because the game is not taking place. Why? The rim is uneven.
Great.
So they're trying to fix the rim right now.
And I think this is a perfect opportunity for all of us to smash the like button. If you're having fun, we have a decently close game that we hope is going to be a great fourth quarter and a great finish. So why wouldn't you have fun? Let's hit that like button. There's 185 people watching on the Heat Report. We only have 70 likes. If we can get to 100 likes in the next 5 minutes, so that's 30 likes. You know what? I'll do a beer shotgun.
Wow.
If we get 30 likes in the next, I'm going to move it down, though, because I just bit off more than I can chew.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll do 3 minutes.
Cool.
So I'm going to set the timer right now. We got 3 minutes. On the Heat Report, can we get 30 likes? We have 170 people watching. Obviously, there's a lot of you that have not liked the video. If you want to see me shotgun a beer, like the video. You got
Too
3
many
minutes.
choices. Did Bam get a tech for the rim hang?
No. They're just resetting it because it looks like it got a little crooked.
Yeah.
That just can't happen in an NBA Finals game.
No.
What's going on here?
Oh, wow. It did
Oh,
get
my God. It
up.
really did get sideways.
He was on there for a while, and then he, kind of pulled it down after he was already hanging on the rim.
Jokic tried to fix it by hanging on the rim for a second
on the other
side. I don't know if that actually worked or not. And it's not, and they're having to...
Are they going to have to take the rim off?
Oh, this is an absolute train wreck.
I think they're taking the rim off.
This is a train wreck.
What a rim job.
Literally.
It's a rim job for the NBA Finals.
Jay Liv says, I like the video. Shout out to you. Only 3 people have liked the video. We still got, we only have a minute and a half to go, and we have to get 27 likes. So Heat fans don't really care to see me shotgun a beer, I suppose. You'd get it for free if you just hit that like button. Only one simple click, but not today, I guess. But I will say on Chat Sports, we are 150 likes away from 1,000. If we can get to 1,000 likes by the time play resumes,
that's right.
I'm going to chug the rest of my Happy Dad. So I'm offering up my body for likes here. It's simple. Just hit the like button.
We're at $75 in Super Chats on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. If we get to 100 in the next 2 minutes, I'll shotgun a beer. And it'll be the fastest shotgun that you ever see. $100 in supers, because what else are we going to do right now? We can't talk about the game because there's no game to talk about. So $100 in supers. in the next 2 minutes. We're at 75 right now. I'll shotgun a beer. They're fixing the rim.
This is a high-pressure situation. You're on camera. You're on the floor in front of millions of people having to fix the rim. Oh, that's nerve-wracking, man. Good for him, though. Looks like we're going to be back here as we only got 4 likes, man. That's depressing.
That's pretty good.
Heat report. Come on. It's disappointing that we could only get 30 likes or only 4 likes in 3 minutes. We're almost back to action here. Continue to hit that like button. If you're having fun, we're set up for a really good fourth quarter. Riley Shea, it has happened before, but I don't know if and when it has happened in the NBA Finals. But it happens during the regular season. Oh no, now there's a medical situation.
Now a medical situation.
This is chaos.
Did somebody just faint?
Seems that way. The lady's getting put on a stretcher, so hopefully she's okay.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what's going on inside the Kasai
Dude, it's
Center.
been a wild 18 hours. There was a shark attack in Egypt. The rim gets messed up, and now somebody may have fainted at the finals.
Yes, those 3 things.
What is happening?
Name the outlier. Shark attacked in Egypt.
Digested Raptor said, I'll drop another 10 if we only need 10 to get to 100.
So that means we're realistically, if we're taking Digested Raptor at his word, which
15
I'm going
away.
to do, we're 15 away.
We're 15 away. How about it? 15 away. Jeffrey W., shark attack in Egypt? Just look it up. It is maybe the craziest video of a shark attack ever. Unfortunately, a man passed away. Rest in peace to him. Thoughts and prayers with his family. Bruce Brown going to take a 3. He hits! So we're back in action, and Bruce Brown connects on the 3. Denver up by 11 now.
I mean, it's just been the story of the series that the Denver Nuggets role players have performed like the Heat role players have all postseason long. As Jimmy Butler gets his lob pass from Bam Adebayo and slams it home, a great set there for the Miami Heat.
Yeah, nice little alley-oop there from Bam. Usually he's not the one passing it. He's the one throwing it down. And a good pass there from Bruce Brown to Christian Brown. Missed it, but Gordon streaks in for the tip-in.
I need to know how Christian Brown got that wide open on a backdoor cut. This Heat defense has been lazy in the second half.
Martin 3. Good! Caleb Martin from the right wing sticks it. 81-73. Under a minute to go here in the third. We've crossed 100,000 views throughout the night. Murray takes the handoff from Jokic. Goes back up top. What a pass from Jokic to Gordon, who laid it up like this off the lob.
This is very reminiscent to Game 3, like I've stated this entire second half, where the Heat defense is just in scramble mode the entire time and giving up easy looks.
Heat down by 10. Kickball on Jokic on the entry.
35 seconds to go in this third quarter. Heat need to get this to a 4 or 5, not 4 or 5. Get this to a single-digit game going into the fourth quarter.
And they have under a minute to do that.
It's easy, not easy, but get a bucket here, get a stop and another bucket, and you're in a good spot.
Lowry from the elbow. No good. He missed it. Game clock 25, shot clock 21. 4-second difference here. Denver up by 10. Bucket here would be huge for the Nuggets. Murray guarded by Duncan Robinson. Shot clock down to 6. Trying to create into the corner. Gordon 3. It's good again. Game 4 has been the Aaron Gordon game. Bam at the three-point line. Step back at the buzzer. Air ball. And what a back-breaking 3 from Aaron Gordon, dealing the Heat a monster blow. Momentum shifter, 13-point Nuggets lead. We're headed to the fourth. Now the Heat, no strangers to going into the fourth, down by double digits. And because we're entering the fourth, type those fours. Type those fours. We're headed to the fourth. And as we're headed into the fourth, who had this on their Game 4 card? Aaron Gordon with 25 points, a game high, plus 26. The second highest leading scorer in this game. Rolly in shambles. I'm going to give him an opportunity to talk it out because I'm going to use the bathroom here before this fourth quarter starts.
Keep on spamming those fours. I'll give shout-outs, but it's just tough to watch this Heat team get decimated by Aaron Gordon and Bruce Brown from beyond the arc, something that I did not have on my bingo card because it's really not a thing that those two have in their bags, and that's why it's so disappointing. But keep on spamming those fours. I'll give shout-outs. Manuel, Sports Kabak, Jack, Vikings, Beecham, Elvin, Franco, No Name, Luca 50, Chris, Splatter, Eli Ruiz, Izzy B says to have faith. It's hard to have faith right now. Willie Finn's fan says season is over. No comment. Gambino says 4. Jonathan Bosco says let's go Heat. Choco Bear with a 4. NFL Production says 4. C-Note spamming his 4s. GT says yeah. Mason says goofy. No Name says shout out. Mr. Bones says yo. Keep on spamming those 4s. I want to see the comment section flooded with the number 4 as we enter the final frame of a pivotal Game 4. Will the Heat go down 3-1 and be on the brink of elimination, or will they even it up at 2 games apiece, forcing a 3-game series in the span of next week? Keep on spamming those 4s. NFL Production is spamming those 4s. Sports Kabak is still spamming. Andre Collins, Ging, Jack Lopez, John Marquis, Ricky, Justin, Boom Harper, No Name, GT, Tyra, Byron, Manuel, Jorge, all spamming those 4s. Crimsdad, you might have been right, my friend. You might have been right. Young Wright, Ryan Palmer, Geneva Blue, all spamming those 4s. Keep on hitting the 4s. If you do it, hopefully we will have a really good and competitive fourth quarter. The Miami Heat are going to need to muster up a run in their home arena. We've seen them do it before. Down double digits a lot against Milwaukee entering the fourth. Down 16 in the fourth quarter against the Bucks in one game and came back to win. Seen it in Boston. Can they do it against Denver? But got to be honest, Denver just feels like a different beast at this point. They are just playing really, really sound basketball, and it's going to be tough for the Heat to come back. But keep on spamming those 4s. Izzy B says Heat win in 7. I hope so. Well, the Heat will start the second or fourth quarter with the ball. Gives it to Bam at the top of the key. He hands it off to Duncan Robinson. Robinson dribbles left, pump fakes a 3, gets it to Caleb Martin, 4 on the shot clock. Caleb Martin drives right, pump fakes, mid-range jumper, in and out, and that's been the story of this Heat game. Not anything getting to go on offense. In and out for Caleb Martin. Bruce Brown goes the other way for Miami, or for Denver, gets a screen from Jokic. Now gets it to Jokic at the three-point line, guarded by Duncan Robinson, and Robinson follows Jokic. Wow, Jokic, Jesus. I am in shambles.
It's okay, Rolly. It's okay.
It's just tough. And obviously, I know a lot of teams would kill to be in the NBA Finals. But I'm starting to think of 2 finals losses in 4 years, and that's just really tough to swallow.
Nuggets will inbound. Christian Brown to Jokic. Hands it off to Murray. Looking to extend this 13-point lead. Shot clock down to 7. He's by the half-court logo. Needs to get to work. Jokic, 3! Air ball.
I have never seen him do that.
No. Usually he always hits around.
Right. I've never seen him do that.
Honestly, though, good for Aaron Gordon. I know for you, Rolly, it's tough to take. In Orlando, irrelevant for so long. Game 1, really good. Game 4, maybe the MVP of this basketball game.
Oh, he's killed the Heat.
Adebayo.
Bam is telegraphing his passes.
Kick ball.
Jokic just kicked the ball twice on Bam passes and just flat out got a hand on it about 3 or 4 times. Jokic is reading Bam like a book.
Justin Jones, I got you, brother. See, I have about a 90% hit rate. I can't be right all the time, you know? Martin drives, blocked by Brown. That was a denial. Duncan Robinson gets the loose change, though, and turns garbage into gold. Big 3 there for D-Rob. Heat back to a 10-point deficit.
I think Duncan might have to start starting in this series.
Yeah, I agree.
He's just been so good.
So much better than Strus.
F-Max Strus.
Jokic, top of the key, guarded by Martin. Does he want it? He'll spin off him. Double team into the corner. Brown contested 3. No good.
Good board from
Adebayo
Bam.
scores for the board. Lowry will now push. Gets by Brown. Out to Martin. Open 3. That's no good. Almost got it back. And then he tipped it off the leg of Christian Brown. So Heat basketball still.
I got to be honest, Chase. Caleb Martin is the best player in NBA history at stepping his foot on the three-point line and shooting a deep 2 and it going in. When I saw that they called it a 2 because his foot was on the line, I thought there was no chance he was missing.
Yeah, just like
costly. Yeah, Cassius Center on their feet. Let's go Heat chances. Bam turns it over again. He's been freaking horrible.
Jokic outlet to Murray. Blocked by Adebayo. Here come the Heat. They have numbers if they want it. Lowry, he'll slow it up to Robinson, then he gets fouled. I thought Lowry was going to try to get to the cup because then they could have worked the mismatch a little bit, but.
So as I said, Bam's been horrible, which he has been offensively. A two-handed pin off the glass. Man, I bet it's so fun to be able to do that. I'd like to be able to do that once in my life.
Izzy, want to bet the winner of the series? I already picked the Nuggets, so I got some money on it. Adebayo. Handoff to Duncan Robinson. 3-ball from straight away, just shy. Bruce Brown rebound. 10-point game, 86-76, 9:26 remaining here. And Nikola Jokic, offensive foul, going the other way. So got to get a bucket here.
I mean, the Nuggets haven't scored in this quarter.
Yeah.
Like, they are stuck at 86 points.
Oh, nice little flop there from Bam. He's getting Jokic back.
The problem is that we're almost 3 minutes into this fourth quarter. You've held the Nuggets to no points. That's what you had to do to come back in this game. Problem, you've scored 3 points. And
I love how Jokic is like, come on. It's like, bro, you flop like that all the time.
And I believe, I thought they were going to challenge it. They're not. Jokic has 5 fouls, so he might sit for 3 to 4 minutes. The Heat must go on a run here. And Bam Adebayo drives by Aaron Gordon and is fouled. He will head to the line to make this a single-digit game.
Yeah, he beat Gordon, and then Gordon called for the reach in there. So for Jokic, he gets pulled here, which is interesting because Jokic is up to 5 personal fouls if this game gets a little bit closer. So 5 personals on Nikola Jokic. And that was kind of all ball from
I think they're going to challenge this one. They're not, which they should, because it would be a swing in the Denver side. They'd get the ball, but now the Heat are going to get 2 free throws. I think Michael Malone might be thinking about saving that challenge. 1, because you have a 10-point lead. And 2, if Nikola Jokic checks back in and gets a foul call, they're going to need to be able to use that timeout to challenge it so he doesn't foul out.
Yeah, good points. Adebayo makes the first free throw. He's up to 15 points, 8 boards, 7 of 15 from the floor. John Marquis, Mr. Beast, was about to donate a $10,000 super chat to this channel. He changed his mind. See, I would believe you, but a $10,000 super chat isn't even possible. Largest he can do is 500. Murray's going to have to close this game out for Denver with Jokic on the bench.
The next 4 or 5 minutes are pivotal because you imagine that Nikola Jokic is going to sit until that 4 or 5 minute mark.
Murray to Christian Brown. drives, lost it. Gordon gets it back. Shot clock 4. Three-pointer, back iron.
If that went in, I might have left the studio.
Bam rebound. Lowry now has it. Cross court to Robinson. Robinson wants Butler. Butler wants Murray. Takes him to the cup. Layup and the foul. Here come the Heat. The fearless Jimmy Butler has Miami within 6. Now he's going to the line.
Jimmy Butler, a quiet third quarter after his best half in the first half, draws the foul on Jamal Murray, plus the bucket. He gives a nice little fist pump, and the Heat might be in business here. What seemed to be a game that could be over, but they've held the Nuggets scoreless through the first 3.5 minutes of the fourth quarter and have cut into this lead, making a 6-point game. And we are getting a build-up and audience here, so I'm going to applaud you guys to subscribe. If you want to subscribe to the Heat Report, we have 1,281 subscribers. Can we get to 1,300 right now? Before we come back in action, I'll throw the link in both chats. We'll be here for the rest of this NBA Finals series for live streams. We'll be here in the NBA offseason for the NBA Draft, for NBA Free Agency, everything for your Miami Heat. Hit that sub button. If we get to 1,300 tonight, I'll be taking a shot of tequila. I got the 1,800 sitting on the ground next to me. I'll take a shot of it if we get to 1,300 subscribers tonight. Hit that sub button. I threw the link in both chats. But the same goes for our Chat Sports channel. If you liked my sales pitch for the Miami Heat, but were like, I don't like the Heat, I just like the NBA, well, Chat Sports is the channel for you.
Yeah, so on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel, think about what's coming up on the NBA calendar, and we're going to have you covered every step of the way. The NBA Draft is in 2 Thursdays. We'll be live for it. The most watched NBA Draft coverage on YouTube will happen right here. Okay? And then after that, a week later, NBA free agency begins on that following Friday, and we're going to be live every day leading up to that. Then we'll be live for when NBA free agency is happening. So you're making the right decision if you subscribe to the show. We are closing in on 339,000 subscribers, so make the right choice. And if you love ball like Rolly and I like ball, we'll be on air relaying to you everything that happens throughout the NBA over the next few weeks, but also year-round coverage of that as well. And if you like the NFL, we do that too, because why hold yourself to one sport when you can do it all? Get yourself a man who can do it all. Get yourself a YouTube channel who can do it all as well. That's what we do here at Chat Sports. Sub, especially if you like what we're doing here. We appreciate the support.
And I want to shout out Miguel. He's been in the Chat Sports stream all night long, but just jumped ship. He's been a Heat fan, supporting the Heat in the Chat Sports stream, now on the Heat Report, commenting it up. That's what we love to see. But as we do now see the Heat cut a 13-point lead, potentially down to 5 with a Butler free throw when we're out of the timeout, I want to know who you got. Are the Heat going to come back from double digits in the fourth quarter for a 5th time this postseason? Or are the Nuggets going to take a 3-1 lead? Type H for the Heat if you think the Heat come back and win. Type N for the Nuggets if you think they take that 3-1 lead. I want to see that comment section rolling.
Why? Nuggets. Luke Tunstill, Heat. Andre, Heat. Dark Cloud, go Heat. Who am I? Nuggets. Martin, Heat. What's very, very important here, we're under the 9-minute mark. Nikola Jokic already has 5 fouls. So at what point, yes, Jay Rich, we do cover college football as well. So at what point will Michael Malone put Jokic back into the game with those 5 fouls? He's not in right now with Jimmy Butler finishing off the 3-point play. 5-point basketball game here. On the floor for Denver, Jeff Green, Bruce Brown, Aaron Gordon, KCP, and Jamal Murray. Murray's been held in check tonight. Gordon has 25. Murray lines up a deep 3 and he hits. What a huge 3 for Murray. That time nobody went over the screen there, so Murray finally got some vacant space. He has 15 on 5 of 14 shooting, 89-81.
First basket for Denver in this fourth quarter, and it's a backbreaker for Miami.
Butler will back down Brown. Spins baseline. Fadeaway jumper. Good.
Now, if the good news, if you're the Heat, it seems like Jimmy with that and one bucket is starting to get more engaged. We could see a Butler fourth quarter takeover where he has 23 points and 7 assists, in this game already.
Aaron Gordon guarded closely by Adebayo. Handoff to Murray. Martin goes over the screen. Murray with some space into the lane. Pump fake layup, no good. Defense there on the rim protection from Adebayo. Lowry will now lead the charge. To his left to Butler. Butler guarded by Green. Couple dribbles through the legs. Gets into the lane. Out to Martin. Up top to Lowry. Shot clock at 8. What a pass from Lowry to Martin to Adebayo. The runner, no good. Good ball movement there from Miami, and I like the patience offensively. They just didn't get points.
Bam has just been so inconsistent on offense. Those shots should be layups for a center of his caliber.
Murray, look for Gordon on the lob. Couple of pump fakes, lays it in, and Erik Spoelstra going to call another timeout here. 27 points for Aaron Gordon. That's right, 27 points for Aaron Gordon. And the Nuggets right now trying to survive with Nikola Jokic on the bench. Michael Malone wants to save his minutes because he has 5 fouls. Now Jamal Murray only has 15 points, but making up for his lack of offensive production, even though he's at a plus 17 on the plus minus, it's Aaron Gordon. Game of his life, honestly. 27, 11 of 15 shooting, 3 of 4 from 3. And Erik Spoelstra really fed up with Gordon getting an opportunity there around the rim.
Yeah, he's probably frustrated with Bam Adebayo missing a wide-open 7-footer in the middle of the rim. Bam has been uberly frustrating this entire postseason run with his inconsistencies on the offensive end. And it might, I tell you what, I'm starting to think some things towards Bam Adebayo, which we're going to have to address in the future. But we're in the now, and if you're enjoying this game, we've got a tightly contested battle here in the fourth quarter. I want you to spam that like button, because if you hit the like button, this stream could get broadcasted to more people on YouTube, and we'll have more people join in, which means more fun for you, more fun for us, more fun for everyone. So hit that like button, and with 300 people watch on the Heat Report, we should have 100 likes with no problem. We're 15 likes away. I'll say it right now, if we get to 100 likes by the time the timeout resumes, I'll be taking a shot of tequila, that 1,800 on the ground next to me. And on the chat sports streams, we have 5,200 people watching, yet only 1,067 likes. Can we get that 1,200 like mark? I think it's possible. Hit that like button right now.
Let's go sub-only chat here, Rolly. And let's go who you got here. Or no, where are you watching from? Let's go where are you watching from on the sub-only chat. We want to know where everybody is at right now, and we're going sub-only chat. So we're giving shout-outs to everybody who's subscribed to the channel and showing us some love. And look, if you want to stay in the know with all things NBA, NFL, college football, that's why you got to subscribe to the show. So hit that sub button right now as we are closing in on another milestone of 339,000 subscribers. Miguel, Lore, what's up, Lore? Yasel Plays, Jeffrey. We have Zach from Irvine, California. Jeffrey from Los Angeles. Yasel Plays from West Palm Beach. Laura Hamilton City. Martin from SoCal. Brady from Fort Worth. Michael from Atlanta. Timbuktu from Paul. Your mom's house. Unfortunately, she passed away, so that's not possible. Eugene from Detroit. Jeremy, also in the house. Philadelphia from Faith. Philippines from Adiong. Fort Worth from Brady. Venice, Italy from Demarius. Jacksonville from Jason. Colorado from Christina. Denver from Jonathan. Geneva, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Albuquerque, New Mexico from Cyball, Robert Bruce, Rhode Island. Regina from Clayton, Chicago, Illinois from 21. Doug from Lansing, Michigan. Philippines again. You love to see that people are watching from everywhere. Parrish, Arkansas, baby.
We got Alabama from Izzy B, New York for Jay Liv, Canada for Bill, Colorado for Ryan, upstate New York for GR. That's not true. You're in Western New York. I know where you are.
All right, here we go. We're back. 5,000 people watching live here. Adebayo up top, hands it off to Butler. Under 7 to go here in the game. Heat down by 8. Butler, pull up, back iron, fights for the rebound, tip out. Caleb Martin thought about a 3. Gives it up to Robinson. Floater. Good.
Duncan Robinson has continued to give the Heat something that no one else has. He needs to start going forward and play more minutes. And remember that starting 5 I pointed out late third quarter? They have been on the floor the entire time since I stated that.
Jeff Green, corner 3. Cash! What a 3 from Jeff Green. First points of the game for him. The longtime veteran who survived the heart surgery early in his career. Big 3 points on that trifecta. Butler will spin off Murray, gets 2 guys up in the air, fouled going to the line.
It is just become so frustrating to witness Aaron Gordon, Jeff Green, and Bruce Brown strike daggers in this Miami Heat team with 3-pointers. I mean, you're just witnessing bad 3-point shooters make clutch 3s, and that is so frustrating.
I turned sub-only chat off so everybody can comment now. Alvin is watching as well. Taco Tom, Miguel. All right, so here we go. 94-85, Butler at the line for 2. Hits the first. 94-86, 6:05 remaining.
Oh. The Heat started off playing really good defense, which allowed them to cut into that lead. The past 3 or 4 possessions, they've given up a bucket every time. As Jimmy Butler does make both free throws. Still a 7-point game with 6 minutes to go.
So
Shout
Bruce
out to
Brown,
Izzy B,
he'll bring it up.
trying to get the chat on the Heat Report riled up. I respect it, Izzy B, and I love it.
Murray to KCP, corner 3. Too short. Ball goes out of bounds. Who's it off of?
I think it's clearly off Duncan Robinson.
Off on Duncan Robinson. The officials didn't know, but they gathered, and that's what they determined here.
And it's very frustrating to watch the Heat finally get a stop, and then
he kicked it out.
It was clearly off him. Also, we're only 9 subscribers away from 1,300. I'll be taking a shot when we get there. Hit that sub button on the Heat Report.
Murray into the corner to KCP, up top to Gordon, handoff to Murray, shot clock 9, guarded by Martin, now guarded by Adebayo. Can he beat him off the dribble? He got him in the air. Step back jumper. That was a tough one. Good defense there from Bam. Jimmy Butler, another rebound. He's been active on the glass. 5.5 to go. 94-87. Butler guarded by KCP inside the 3-point arc. He'll back him down at the free throw line. Dives in, nearly stripped. Got it back. Loose ball. Aaron Gordon gets the steal. Big turnover there. Murray, good pass there to Bruce Brown, who lays it up for the deuce. So it's a Jimmy Butler turnover, and it leads to a layup in transition for Denver. Back up by 9 are the Nuggets. Robinson to Lowry. Lowry to Bam, guarded by KCP. He'll back him down, has the size advantage, and he misses. That's a big miss there for Bam. As Rolly's table went, Bam as well. Bruce Brown near side. To Murray. Murray, guarded by Butler, has done a great job on Murray tonight. 9-point game, under 5 to go. Murray now guarded by Bam. Trying to shake him, he can't. Bam, one of the better defenders in the NBA. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Denver. Good defense there from KCP as he dislodged the ball from Butler, which then led to the Bruce Brown layup. 5,600 people watching live. Make sure you subscribe to the show for year-round NBA coverage. Thank you so much for being here. And no matter where you are, how you're tuned in, we appreciate you for watching our NBA Finals coverage. Kyle Lowry, far side. 4:20 and ticking left in the final quarter. Nuggets looking to take a 3-1 series lead. Heat looking to tie the series up at 2-2. Robinson will drive, and he walked. So what's crazy here is that Denver, if you're wondering, well, we haven't called Nikola Jokic's name. He's been on the bench for the last several minutes because he has 5 fouls. He's just checking in right now. He still has 23 points in 32 minutes, but foul trouble has cost him a little bit, but Denver's been able to survive without him.
Survived, they've actually thrived. I think since he's left the game, they're actually winning that minute margin.
And Murray fouled away from the hoop. Digested Raptor, $2 super chat. That gets us to $78. If we get to 100, I'll do the fastest shotgun you ever see. So nobody has dropped a dono since then, Digested Raptor. Bruce Brown will go to the cup. He gets fouled.
Heat's inability to score and get stops when they need to has really hurt them. I mean, Bruce Brown
missed.
We're looking at another game where Miami doesn't reach 100 points.
Yeah.
And whether you credit that to turnovers, which they have turned the ball over a lot, or just poor offense, their offense has been so good in this postseason run after being the worst offense in the NBA regular season. They get to the finals, and they revert right back to the regular season where no one could do shit.
Bruce Brown 1-2 from the stripe. 10-point game. 4 minutes exactly to go. Lowry to Bam up top. Bam looked for the backdoor cutting Duncan Robinson, but it's kicked again by Jokic. He's been whistled for like 3 kickballs tonight.
Yeah, and he's also got his hands on like 4 or 5 Bam passes. Bam is telegraphing every pass he makes. I think Bam has 4 or 5 turnovers himself, plus you add in the shooting woes that he's been in. He has been so bad for this Heat offense. He's tremendous on defense, but offense, it's been ugly.
Lowry to Martin, pump fake, 3 ball, no good. Tip out to Bruce Brown. Another miss from Miami. So they got it close, and now they literally can't buy a bucket right now. Brown, he'll drive. Reverse layup is good, but he was fouled before that.
Did get a couple super chats on the Heat report. My guy, Bill, saying, come on, Rolly, you talking up the Heat all year through Knicks. Now, time to put up, my man.
They are in the NBA Finals, and the Knicks did go out in the second round. I will defend Rolly there. But, Bill, we appreciate you, bro.
They also lost to the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
So.
And then we had M. Slattery, I think it was.
Yep.
M. Slattery, a pile of poop with the face. He sent in a super sticker.
But I do want to go back into sub-only mode and give a shout-out to the real ones. If you're on Chat Sports and there's 5,700 people watching, type me if you're subscribed.
Type me if you're subbed.
I want to know, out of the 5,700 people watching, who the real ones are. I'm going in the sub-only mode right now. Let me know who's the real ones are by typing me, because I know that you guys are subscribed. Terrence, type in me. Jack Lopez, me. Des Powell, saying me. Julian says me. Rexman Plays says me. Joshua Poole. Dan King. Disgusted Rapper. Michael Smith, Bridget, Taylor, Terrence, Manuel, Tackle, Yasiel Plays, Mariano, Alvin, Jacob, Cece, Arian, M. Slattery, Julian, Ginny, Brett, Fly, Robin, Aaron, Just Us, Jay Lester, on the Heat Report, GR, Eric M, J Liv, Izzy B, C Note, Tamar Bowles,
Xavier B. Xavier B with the super chat. We're at $82. We're 18 away from a shotgun at $100. 18 away from a shotgun.
Izzy B also sent a super chat on the Heat Report. Chase, name bet. We both picked our teams for the series. I am buying the Heat buckets. Well, Izzy B,
I picked the Nuggets.
I really hope your super chat leads the Heat buckets and stops.
They need it. Murray will inbound to KCP, who hands it off back to Murray. Dribbles behind his back. Nearly lost it. Thought it could have been a walk, but it was deflected. Jokic, handoff to Murray. Shot clock 4. Good defense from Bam. He's plastering him. Bad shot. It's a miss. Heat rebound goes to Butler. Needs some points. Stat. Approaching 3 minutes to go here in the final quarter. Butler to Martin. Martin back to Butler. Cross-court pass. Lowry. Pump fakes. Up top to Robinson. To the Nuggets' credit, they play great defense as well. Robinson floater hits. Down to 8. 97-89. Under 3 to go. Jokic hands it off to Brown, who's been running point for Denver here in this fourth quarter. Brown guarded by Robinson. Shot clock already down to 11. Into the lane, and he hits, and he's fouled. And one for Bruce Brown. That could be the backbreaking bucket. Rolly alluded to it earlier. Denver's bench has outplayed Miami's depth, and that could be a big reason why the Nuggets win this NBA Finals. As we get past $100 in Super Chats, we had Patrick come in with the 20 as Brown hits the free throw. 100-89. Adebayo layup. Back down to 9. 2:28 left.
Also 18 from Roxy LBB's cat. Sorry, I'm drunk. What was this for? Chase will be doing a shotgun.
Yes. Was that 2 18s from Roxy?
Just one.
Just the one. It's showing up as 2 here. And then Patrick with the super sticker. You're the man. Bruce Brown, reverse layup. It's good. What a layup and what a second half from Brown. 102-91, under 2 to go. Adebayo stripped by Jokic. Here comes Denver. Gordon to KCP. 3. Bang! It's good. That right there gonna send the fans packing in Miami. 105-91. Biggest lead of the night, and it comes at the most critical of times. And KCP, who has done nothing in this series, that's a monster triple right there. Timeout, Erik Spoelstra. 105-91. This game blew open in a blink. Sam Jordan saying pure hoops from Denver. They've been hooping in this fourth. Gilbert, it's a wrap. Zerbs, oh yeah. That was a crazy shot though from Bruce Brown. He has been so good in this second half. Pick'em MMA, what a shot, man. Brown on a heater right now, for real. Crimsdad, where is Rolly?
I left.
He's here, but he's here in spirit.
My body is here. My brain
His
is not.
soul has left. His soul
That
has
is
left.
the correct way to put it.
You want to get me a Happy Dad that I can shotgun for getting past 100?
It's a little warm.
Here
it's
we
not
go.
warm.
Oh, warm is better. A little easier to take down. We got past 100 in Super, so Erik Spoelstra timeout, break in action. We'll shotgun here, but now we're back. Lowry will inbound, 1:49 left. Robinson catch and shoot. Just got a touch of the rim. Saved by Martin and stolen by Green. Bruce Brown. What a quarter. What a half. And a big reason that the Heat are down 16 turnovers in this game. Only half that for Denver. Brown on a heater. He's in his bag for 3. Oh! Bruce Brown sticks the triple. What a statement. 108-91. The Aaron Gordon Bruce Brown game. Where were you for it? It's taken place on June 9th of 2023 in Game 4 of the Finals. This is for Buddy Bear as well as Patrick. Shotty for the family. Man, Bruce Brown, you talk about a guy making himself some money. Bruce Brown making himself some money.
Bam makes both free throws. This one's all but over. I don't even think the Heat are going to try on defense, and they shouldn't.
.108.93, under a minute to go. Murray to Jokic. Missed the hook. Adebayo rebound. Good pass from Adebayo to Martin, who dunks it in. 108.95.
Heat aren't going to
This game all but over.
Again.
What'd you say?
Heat are going to score under 100 points for the third game in a 4-game series so far. That's I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
Fucking joke?
Yeah, okay. I was going to
I'll say it for you. Aaron Gordon will back down Butler. He's been stellar tonight. Shot clock at 4, and he's going to take a shot clock violation. Didn't want to throw salt in the wound. Five straight road wins for Denver with this victory as Lowry misses the 3. Nuggets rebound, and Denver will take a commanding 3-1 lead in the NBA Finals.
It's also the 4th straight loss Miami's lost at home in the playoffs.
Home. They really struggled at home against Boston as the clock expires. Teams leading 3-1 hold a 35-1 series record in the NBA Finals. Of course, the last team to come back from 3-1, the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2016, led by LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love. It took 7 games for the Cavs to win that series. That was when the LeBron James chase down block took place and the Kyrie Irving step back 3 from that right wing drained. And it was one of the better NBA Finals of all time for a Warriors team that won the most games in the history of the regular season in the NBA. It all kind of started with that Draymond Green kick in the nuts of LeBron James, and that fueled the Cavs' comeback to win in 7 on the road in Golden State. So Nuggets take a 3-1 series lead. Stay tuned for our post-game show. 5,000 people watching live right now, $120 in donations. We will announce our raffle winner after our post-game show. So you have to be here to claim your prize if you want our Real One shirt. What a performance by Denver tonight. As this game, it was there for the taking for Miami, but the third quarter really cost them again, as Denver outscored the Heat 31-22 in that third frame. And then to start the fourth, Nikola Jokic gets whistled for his 5th foul, and he sat out for several minutes. And during that time frame, the Denver Nuggets were actually plus without him on the floor. And it was led by Bruce Brown, who wasn't scared of the moment, stepped up on the big stage. And where were you for the Aaron Gordon-Bruce Brown game, where in Game 4 of the NBA Finals, Aaron Gordon dropped 27 and Bruce Brown off the bench with 21 points? Bruce Brown, a looming free agent, lone season in Denver. And he's making the best of it, setting himself up for a massive payday. And it was Bruce Brown over Michael Porter Jr. down the stretch. That's something that Rolly and I did discuss prior to this game. How quick was the leash going to be on Michael Porter Jr.? And for Michael Malone to utilize that chess move, that was huge for Denver. because Bruce Brown, he was awesome in that second half and in that fourth quarter. So we're going to recap this game here for our post-game show. Appreciate everybody for hanging out here with us. Closing in on 200,000 people who have been with us throughout the night. Final score here in Game 4 is the Nuggets take a 3-1 series lead if you're just joining us. 108-95. The Nuggets tonight shoot 49% from the floor. The big number here, which was really the game changer, is how effective and efficient Denver was from three-point range. 50% from downtown. 14-28. Miami, 8-25. So that can really decide the game. And that's what happened tonight. And Denver, specifically from three-point range, had 3 threes from Aaron Gordon, 3 threes from Nikola Jokic, 2 threes from Jamal Murray, 2 threes from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, including a backbreaker, 1 of 1 from Jeff Green. That was his only shot of the game in 16 minutes. Huge 3. And then Bruce Brown, 3 of 5 from deep, 8 of 11 from the field, 21 points for the night as the Nuggets take it. Now, we're live on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. Rolly will recap this game on the Miami Heat Report as well, with 270 people watching live. Couple of MVPs here tonight for Denver. Aaron Gordon. He was huge. Extra effort plays, very good defensively. He got the series started with the good note in Game 1 when he had 12 first quarter points and bailed the Nuggets out offensively in a game where Murray was really locked up. 27 points, 11 of 15, 3 of 4, and it's the impact on both ends. And to see a player who was basically rendered irrelevant for so long with the Orlando Magic get traded to Denver and maybe never fulfill the expectations that some people thought he should have fulfilled. Throughout this NBA Finals, two-way player, he's been very, very good. And Nikola Jokic gave him props a few days ago, and he said, look, Aaron Gordon has filled into his role, and to win an NBA championship, to go on a run like this, you have to do your job, and you have to be willing to make sacrifices. That's what's allowed the Heat to go on and embark on this run as an 8 seed. That's what's allowed the Nuggets here to take this 3-1 lead. So you get 27 from Gordon, you get 21 from Bruce Brown. On 8 of 11 shooting, 3 of 5 from 3. And Rolly made a good point earlier. Look, the Denver Nuggets and their role players have thoroughly outplayed the Miami Heat role players. That's been a huge part of this series. And that's why going into the NBA Finals, I had said I like Denver. Not only do they have the synergy, the continuity, the camaraderie, a great feel for the game, this intrinsic feeling of where everybody is and what to do at the right time, and everybody sacrificing roles, and when people are hot, you allow them to cook. You can check off all those boxes. But I also said that the Denver Nuggets are the more talented team, but the deeper team as well. And we've seen that in this NBA Finals. Now, Nikola Jokic, what's so crazy about his game as he drops another double-double, 23 points, 12 rebounds, only 8 of 19 from the floor. His 3 three-pointers did all come at seemingly monster moments in this basketball game. Early in the fourth quarter, he commits his 5th personal foul. Michael Malone with an early plug, he takes him out. And the Nuggets had to survive without Nikola Jokic on the floor. Not only did they survive, they thrived without Nikola Jokic. Without him, they played great basketball. And sometimes that can happen with the big on the floor when the offense has to go through a big where you give it to him at that high post. It slows things down. And then you have to run that dribble handoff, or you're looking for that backdoor cut, or somebody on the wing. It's a slow and monotonous offensive style sometimes. Or when he's on the low block, on some of those back downs. You know, he's backing down his man, trying to set something up. It can slow the offense down. My takeaway is that the Nuggets offense kind of sped up a little bit at the end of that game, and it allowed for more ISO and penetration. And then because of that penetration, some open looks around the three-point arc, and that's what allowed Bruce Brown to just have a trademark legendary fourth quarter in this game. And the Nuggets able to win this game by 13 without Jamal Murray going off. 15 points, 12 assists, so a double-double a game after he had a triple-double, so still finding a way to make an impact. 5 of 17 from the floor.
I think he's also the first player in NBA Finals history to have 10 or more assists in the first 4 games of the NBA Finals.
There you go. So 10-plus dimes in every game of the NBA Finals so far. So not only can he get to his spot and drain shots, right, but he's creating for his teammates, especially when he doesn't have it going offensively. So that's what's also very impressive about this game as well, and this Denver Nuggets performance. And I said this a little while ago, but let's touch on it a little bit more, is Michael Malone down the stretch. He didn't go with Michael Porter Jr., who's been awful in this series. He went with Bruce Brown, and that was the chess match in a series that requires tactical moves that help the Nuggets get this victory tonight and take a commanding 3-1 series lead. The last team to come back from a 3-1 deficit, Cleveland Cavaliers, back in 2016. But the Miami Heat don't have the depth or the star power of that Cavaliers team, especially when they're going up against a team where to win a game, they pretty much have to do everything right. In the last 2 games, they've done a lot of things wrong, and they can't make up for that, especially on a game like tonight, in which they can't really buy a bucket from outside. And you look at the numbers for Miami here. I mean, you got 12 from Kevin Love. You got 25 from Jimmy Butler. And you got 20 from Bam Adebayo. Duncan Robinson gave you 12. Caleb Martin gave you 11. Kyle Lowry gave you 13. 11 of those came in the first half. But a whole lot of nothings. Especially from Max Strus. 0 of 4. 0 of 3 from 3. Gabe Vincent, 1 of 6, 0 of 4 from 3. You have to have those types of players chipping in with some big performances, especially when you look at the Nuggets having those performances from an Aaron Gordon and a Bruce Brown this evening. So 3,000 people watching live. Make sure you subscribe to the show. Rolly is about to stay live and do his post-game show from the Heat side of things.
Alex sent in a $2 super chat. Like I said, Spo sucks, no star firepower, no wins.
Well, again, you're maximizing a roster with 7 undrafted free agents.
I will come back on screen for the final time before I break down the Heat report to do the giveaway.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
So I have all the names lined up.
Okay, cool.
I'm ready to go.
Let's do that.
I'm going to spin it, and I'm just going to react and announce who won it, so hopefully they're still here. And here's the spin. Nope. Here's the spin. Nope. Here's the spin. There we go. Spin
there
finally.
We go.
Third time's the try.
We're spinning it for a raffle winner, for a real one shirt.
Let's see who wins it, and it is going to be Eric M., a Raiders report viewer who sent in a super chat early in the game on the Heat report. Now, Eric M., are you still here?
Yeah, Eric M., if you're here, type me. If not, we have to spin it again.
Eric M., are you here? Oh, he's here. There he is. Said, no way, super cool.
There we go.
Okay, so what we're going to do here, Eric M., is I'm going to put my... Should I do your Twitter link or mine? Doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter.
All right.
Yeah.
Eric, I'm going to throw my Twitter link in the chat of the Heat report. And you can just, if you have a Twitter, DM me your shipping information. Is that all we need?
Address. Yeah.
Yeah, just your address. So I'll throw that in the chat. You can follow me too if you want. Kind of sad if you DM'd me and didn't follow me. But yeah, there's my Twitter. Just send me a DM with your address and you will get sent a Real One Chat Sports T-shirt. So
Bill
shout out to you,
Hartnett
Erica.
asked what he won. We can show him the shirt.
Yeah.
Eric M won our Chat Sports Real One shirt. All you got to do, hit up Rolly with your address and the size that you want, of course.
Yeah.
And we'll send you a Real One shirt.
That's what you want, Eric M.
Now, Eric, this is what Eric won, by the way, Bill Hartnett. Our Chat Sports Real One shirt. Real One, you support the show. You like what we do. We appreciate that. So, Eric M., do you have Twitter? If that's the case, let us know. Bill Hartnett, how do I not have one of those?
Well,
Bill Hartnett, if you send in a $50 super chat, we'll get you one.
yeah.
How about that, Bill Hartnett?
Bill's a legend. He was very nice to me after the loss. Crimstad's very mean. He's not. Crimstad said Bill's not a real one. That's wrong.
Crimstad said Bill's not a real
Bill
one,
is
but
a real
Bill,
one.
you'll be a real one if you send in a 50.
No. Bill is already a real one. Crimstad is just a hater on Bill.
Yeah.
Because Crimstad likes to see me in pain like a mean person.
Yes. Bill has sent tons. Okay, Bill's a legend then. Bill's a legend.
You know, Bill's a legend
Is
on
he? Okay.
Knicks and Giants, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm not really in the New York sphere at Chat Sports. So we're waiting for Eric M.
Yeah, let's see if he
reached out to you.
reached out or not, yeah.
If you're on Twitter.
Yeah, if you're not on Twitter,
We could do email too.
yeah, so just let me know what the best way to do it would be. Still nothing from Eric, so hopefully he hasn't left the chat in excitement after winning.
Does Mitch have his info by any chance?
It's possible. But he was here to claim it, and then
Eric, where'd you go?
yeah. Eric was still here. One commented me, letting us know he was here, but not. Oh, Jesus.
Rolly, I sent you DoorDash. They come in with tissue paper, Kleenex. Yikes.
All right, Eric M says, I'm here. I'm
here
trying to send you something.
All right.
Word.
So hit him up on Twitter. You want to drop that link again
Yeah, I'll put it in.
in case you didn't see it?
Crim's Dad, I'm sick of you. Crim's Dad, before you go to bed, if you want to throw on Knicks highlights because their season's already over, go ahead.
There you go, Eric. And there's the link there. You can get your post-game show underway. There's 2,000 people watching live on Main. Do you want to stay live on Main?
Yeah, that's
too?
fine. That's
cool.
Fine. Since we didn't do as much of an in-depth breakdown for the Heat
Yeah.
there, because I know we were saving
Cool.
it.
So Rolly going to stay live on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel, as well as on the Miami Heat Report to talk about the Heat losing this game. Still almost 200 people watching live on the Heat Report with 2,000 people watching live on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. So I'm going to sign off. Oh, Patrick McMullen.
Patrick McMullen.
Front shirt pocket request.
All right. McMullen, I love you. But
Yeah.
you also just, I was ready to go and get ready for the Heat.
We don't have the front shirt pocket on the shirt, but that could be cool. Like Chat Sports on the front pocket. I think we should do a better job with some of our merchandise. Like, I agree. Some of our stuff could be fire.
Like, I've seen some of these quarter zips Brett's walking around, and I'm like,
I need a quarter zip bad. I want a quarter zip bad. All right, so I'm going to sign off, and I'm just going to let Rolly cook. And he's going to go in on the Miami Heat.
I have a lot of words for Bam Adebayo, I'll say that. And I've loved Bam. Always loved Bam. One of my favorite players.
Bill Hartnett won the Aziz Ojolari signed football.
Oh, really? That's
from
dope.
Giants?
I didn't know you won that,
That's awesome, Bill. Got it
Yeah.
right here, as a matter of fact, he said.
Bill's a legend. I love Bill.
Cool.
Bill's very nice to me.
Bill.
Bill.
We appreciate it. All right, so thanks everybody who tuned in. We'll be back Monday for Game 5.
Unfortunately, we will be here for Monday.
Back for Monday.
Monday
Game 5.
is when the Heat season ends. So
I'm going to leave, but Rolly's going to stay on. He's going to talk about this game in depth from the Miami Heat standpoint. So stay tuned for that. Have a good weekend, and let's let Rolly cook because he knows ball. See ya.
All right, we're going to get going here a second. I just want to get set up one more time, and then we'll get cooking here. Shout out to Chase. Almost ready here, and we'll start with a Miami Heat breakdown after a disappointing loss. We'll say that is for sure. All right, ready? Here we go. Breaking down this Miami Heat Game 4 loss against the Denver Nuggets. Oh, fuck myself. I suck. I truly suck. Honestly, when Seeps and Trace do the two-man or the by themselves show, I give them credit because my brain turns to mush. All right, here we go, part 2. Welcome into the Miami Heat Report by Chat Sports. I am your host, Nick Roloff. After the Heat just dropped Game 4 of the NBA Finals, their second straight loss at home to go down 3-1 in the NBA Finals to the Denver Nuggets. I have a lot of thoughts on this game. I have a lot of thoughts on this Heat roster. I have a lot of thoughts on Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler. So stick with us here. We'll go through everything to go with the Miami Heat following a brutal, brutal loss. Let's look at the overall box score first. And it starts with the Nuggets defeating the Miami Heat 108-95. The rebounding and assist numbers were pretty accurate. The Heat actually were shooting above 50% at halftime, but only finished shooting 45% from the field. They were 8 of 25 from 3, which is just unacceptable, reverting back to that average that was in the regular season. The Nuggets, though, their offense was just cooking again. 39 of 79 from the field, 49% in totality, and they shot 14 of 28 from 3, led by Aaron Gordon and Bruce Brown and Jeff Green, just absolutely knocking down threes left and right, which is just true backbreakers, for the Miami Heat when you let not so good three-point shooters shoot lights out against you. And you knew this was coming, too, if you were the Miami Heat, because the Nuggets really struggled from three-point land all throughout games 1, 2, and 3, and you knew that wasn't going to continue for the entire series. And then now this was the game that the Denver Nuggets broke out and really were able to put the Heat on their back because they were able to shoot from 3. And we'll start by looking at things for the Nuggets side, and it's Aaron Gordon. You let Aaron Gordon cook you for 27 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. He shot 73% from the field and made 3 of 4 threes. I mean, you're not going to win a game when you're letting Aaron effing Gordon do this to you. And there was another player that absolutely dominated you as well in Bruce Brown. And that comes off game 3 when Christian Brown dominated you in that fourth quarter. So the Heat are just getting beat by these Nuggets role players. Yeah, Murray and Jokic have been spectacular and been unbelievable through these 4 games, but you're letting side pieces dominate you. Yeah, that just can't happen. And I think this really comes back to a poor defensive effort and the Heat just not having enough talent to match up with the talent that Denver has. The Heat, 7 undrafted free agents, the dog mentality, Heat culture, that's all fun and games. But when it comes to the actual ability to play, make shots, hit tough contested shots, and defend the talent Denver has, the Heat just don't have enough with it. They were fine to get by against the Milwaukee Bucks because of how good Jimmy Butler was. They got by the Knicks because I don't even think the Knicks honestly have that much more talent than Miami. And then they were able to get by Boston because the Celtics are mentally soft, and they didn't have a head coach that even know how to coach in the same league as Erik Spoelstra. But when you have Michael Malone, who is a good head coach, and then the talent the Denver Nuggets have, and you're not getting 45-point triple-doubles from Jimmy Butler, you're not going to win ball games. Aaron Gordon absolutely torched you. Bruce Brown did it as well. Gordon 3 for 4 from 3. Bruce Brown 3 for 5 from 3. You just got absolutely dominated by those 2 role players. They combined for 47 points and 6 of 9 from 3. That simply just can't happen. And the last player I want to look at for the Denver Nuggets before we move on and I go more in depth on our Miami Heat is Nikola Jokic. He had 23 points, 12 rebounds, only 4 assists, and he shot 42% from the field and 3 for 7 from 3. And if you would have told me that Nikola Jokic put up that exact stat line in this game, I would have told you that the Miami Heat won that basketball game, and I would be borderline willing to tell you that they did not only win that basketball game, but they won it handily. Because you only have Jokic score 23 points, and he doesn't even get that involved passing the basketball. You should win that game every single time. And the fact that he didn't is just really disappointing to me because you were able to limit Nikola Jokic, and you couldn't take advantage of it. That's just something that can't happen if you're the Miami Heat and Erik Spoelstra, and now they find themselves down 3-1 in this series, and the only time a team has ever came back in the NBA Finals down 3-1 is the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2016 against the Golden State Warriors, and I just don't think the Heat have the talent and firepower to come back from a 3-1 deficit, especially having to win in Denver twice. Games 5 and 7, I don't see it happening at all. Well, we're almost to the offseason. We're down 3-1. The season might be over, and that's why you have to subscribe to the Heat Report. We'll be here for the NBA draft. We'll be here for NBA free agency. We'll be here for all the Miami Heat trade rumors, because I think it's very apparent. Sure, this Heat team, and we can all get wrapped up in how the Heat went on this magical run to the NBA Finals, but there's a reason why they barely made the playoffs. We're 3 minutes away from not even getting in the playoffs because they were going to get bounced in the second play-in game against the Chicago Bulls. There's a reason for that, and there's a lot of roster flaws that Pat Riley and this Heat front office are going to have to address, and we'll have that for you guys all offseason long, so make sure you are subscribed and join the Heat Report. We crossed 1,300 subscribers tonight on our watch party. We will be live for Game 5, so make sure you check us out here as we're on the road for 1,400 subscribers. Now let's look at the Heat's top 3 leading scorers, and it was Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Kyle Lowry. And what's one common theme here? Other than Jimmy Butler, 44%, 42% from the field. Poor shooting once again from the top 3 scorers on the Miami Heat. Kyle Lowry also, those 13 points all came in the first half. He scored 0 points in the second half. After Lowry played so good in the first 24 minutes of this game, failed to even get the ball in the basket once in the final 24. So these Heat shooting numbers aren't pretty, and we can start with Jimmy Butler for the Miami Heat. And I thought Jimmy was really poised to have a big game. I mean, he had 14 points in the first half, and he was shooting very well. He was aggressive. And then he also had 4 assists at halftime. So he was getting people involved while getting his own shot. And now he finishes with 25 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists on 9 of 17 shooting, which is actually a good box score stat line. But when you're the number 1 for the Miami Heat in a series where you are the less talented team by a superior margin, you're going to have your best player play like Michael Jordan, which is what Jimmy Butler did against the Milwaukee Bucks and the reason why they were able to beat them. So you're not able to overcome these deficits because Jimmy Butler is not playing as well. I'm not even going to fault Jimmy that much. I thought he played decent. Disappointing, obviously. I would have liked to see him try to take over more in that third quarter because he was quiet in that quarter. Tried to take over in the fourth, but it was just too little, too late. Now let's talk about Bam Adebayo, because I love Bam, but he is frustrating me to no end, and I borderline cannot handle this anymore. I still will say, and go to my grave, that Bam is the best defensive player in this league. What he can do in protecting the paint, being able to switch 1 through 5, create deflections. He is such a defensive anchor, and there's a reason why the Miami Heat have had a top 10 NBA defense for the past 4 years since Bam Adebayo has became the starter and got pivotal minutes. But I don't think he can be a second option on a championship-winning team. I know he's been the second option on this team twice as we've gotten to the finals in the last 4 years and been in the Eastern Conference Finals 3 of the last 4 years. I get that Jimmy and Bam have been able to have success for this Heat team and take them far into the playoffs. But I think it's just clear that an inefficient and not consistent player on offense that Bam Adebayo is, you can't have him be your second option. I mean, he's shooting under 50% in this series, and you're a center. I get you're 6'9", and Jokic is 7 foot, but you can get buckets at the rim because you're quicker than him. You're more athletic than him. And Bam Adebayo simply misses too many easy shots. He missed a dunk for tonight, for crying out loud, that caused the game to go into a delay. He missed a couple 8-footers around the rim, and it's just so frustrating to me that he cannot put it all together. Because if he was able to consistently score 24, 25 a night in the playoffs on 50% shooting, I'd be confident enough to say the Heat would be the best team in this series and probably either have the series tied 2-2 or be up 3-1. But Bam Adebayo simply isn't consistent enough on the offensive end for this Heat team to win a championship, at least when he's the second option. So I know there's been a lot of Damian Lillard trade rumors and just overall rumors this offseason, whether it be James Harden, Joel Embiid. There's a lot out there. But I'll say this right now as we go into our NBA offseason coverage, probably sooner rather than later, because I don't see the Heat winning 3 straight games to win this NBA championship. The Heat will need to get another star to go with Butler and Bam. I think Bam is best well served as the third option on a championship contending team. I will be going to go out there and stop bashing Bam because I think he would be the best third option in the NBA. When you combine his defense and his ability to put up 18 to 20 a game while getting 10 rebounds as a center, that would be the best third option in the NBA. But him as the second with Jimmy Butler, it doesn't work. Jimmy and Bam are fantastic. The Heat have won a lot with them. But when you have 2 defensive-minded players first in an offensive-minded league, you're not going to be able to win. And it's no surprise the Heat have failed to put up 100 points 3 times out of 4 games in this series. You can't get to 100 points in the NBA Finals. You're not going to win. You've held the Nuggets under 110 points all 4 games, which I said was the magic number you needed to do. And you're not able to even put up over 100 points 3 times. That's embarrassing. So bring me someone else who can score the basketball and move Bam to that third option, whether it be a Zach LaVine, a Damian Lillard. You're probably not getting Joel Embiid without trading Bam, so I'll push out Joel Embiid. But those type of players, Bradley Beal, maybe he finally gets traded. But I think Bam Adebayo needs to be the third option. Jimmy can still be the one, but you need a co-star in the wing or in the guard position that can give you a consistent 18 to 25 points a game on efficient shooting. And I know the Heat are missing Tyler Herro, and he's not coming back this series, but I don't know if the Heat are going to be able to win a championship in this Jimmy and Bam window unless they get another player on the perimeter that can give you 20 to 25 a night consistently on efficient shooting while playing some at least average defense. That's my tangent on the Miami Heat. And they are officially down 3-1 in the NBA Finals. And it's not looking pretty. It's very grim for the Miami Heat. Lost 108-95. There's a lot of question marks that Heat fans are going to have. I mean, we have a magical run here, but there's a reason why this team, like I said, barely made the NBA playoffs. There's a lot of flaws. It was a cool story. It was a good run. And I hate to be all doom and gloom and negative for you guys because I like to try to be a positive Heat fan and look for the positives in life in general. But I don't really see a way this Heat team could come back from 3-1. They just don't have the talent for it. Jimmy's not 100%. Bam's too inconsistent. And the Nuggets are too damn good. When you have Bruce Brown and Aaron Gordon combined for 47 points, you're not going to win ball games. And I think the Nuggets' depth is too much. And I think the series might be over, and it's going to be a second finals loss for the Heat in the last 4 years. It's pretty depressing, if you ask me. But to try to close it on a positive note, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like I've said throughout this video, we'll be here all off season long for your Miami Heat, and hopefully next season, too, for more watch parties. So hit that sub button. All right. That's going to do it. Thank you for everybody tuning in today's show. Let's see how many the final tallies were on our numbers before we officially sign off. On the Heat Report, we had 12,000 views. Shout out to you, and $32 in super chats. That's awesome. On Chat Sports, we finished, with $127 in super chats. And 185,000 views. Absolutely amazing. Shout out to everyone who tuned in throughout tonight's stream. Like I said earlier, we'll be live for Game 5 for Nuggets Heat NBA Finals. Nuggets could close out and get Jokic's first ring in Denver Nuggets franchise history. Or the Heat can try to make history, force a Game 6 back in Miami, where I don't even know if it would provide them much anyway, considering they've lost 4 straight back at the Kasai Center. So the Heat haven't even been able to protect home court effectively either. Anyway, that's going to do it for us, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you Monday. Peace.